Phoenix of the invading opposition. Tonight, ADW will be judged. The Phoenix from the Void emerges to take on a member of the invading opposition, to the tune of tables, ladders, and chairs. The winner of that match will move on to the final spot of the #1 contenders elimination chamber match. Surrounded by steel, it is a true test of endurance. But the last one standing will become the #1 contender to the ADW World Heavyweight Championship. Attacked by invaders, one of our fiercest competitors seeks revenge against the one clad in white. No disqualifications. No countouts. Falls count anywhere. The Queen of Extreme lost her championship in a vicious triple threat match, but now looks to reclaim that title once again. Will the Queen reign supreme in another Extreme Rules match? Or will the rising superstar keep hold of his first championship? An opportunity to rule the division was taken away by invaders to ADW. Looking for another chance to prove themselves, this new team takes on the most dominant champions in the company in an elimination match. The winner of the United States Invitational Battle Royal looks to conquer ADW and capture the gold. But in order to do that, they must also conquer the innovation of the Dragon Champion. The World Champion will be judged in the harshest of ways, with metal and blood. 5 competitors will be gunning to capture the World Championship for the first time. Our World Champion will look to keep hold of her title through the hell that is the Elimination Chamber match. Tonight, every wrestler on this card will be judged. Every wrestler will be tested through combat. It is up to them whether they find the heart to push forward or succumb to the darkness. Tonight, it's Judgment Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It is ADW Judgment Dawn. And of course, our first matchup is just about to get underway. It is going to be New Pearled Order's newest member in Nyx versus System Failures Black. This time inside a tables, ladders, and chairs match. The winner moves on to the Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match right after. It's Nyx, it's Black. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. As we get set here, it is time for the first match of ADW's Judgment Dawn. Here comes Nyx.
looking to represent the new Pearled Order against the invaders known as System Failure. Of course, we do not know the identities of System Failure here. Wrestling under aliases here tonight. Nyx, of course, adept in high flying offense. We will see if that helps carry her to a victory here. And a victory, of course, means entry into the #1 contenders Elimination Chamber match. The winner of the Elimination Chamber match will go on to face the World Heavyweight Champion at a later date, whoever walks out of tonight's main event as the champion. And the animosity between the new Pearled Order and System Failure has grown to a breaking point. White and Black of System Failure both competing here tonight against members of New Pearled Order. Against members of System Failure, rather. Oh, no. No, I think I said it right. And of course, welcome in. If you are new to this, there is now a Discord linked in my bio underneath the Twitter link. Right in the About Acoustic box. If you are on desktop, I don't know where it is on mobile, but there should be a Discord link now. That will link to the community Discord page where you can discuss ADW and you can get all of my stream updates in a single spot. As we await the entrance here of Black of System Failure. A very brash group System Failure is, having hijacked many an ADW broadcast thus far, as Black makes his entrance here. Very bold, very brash. Perhaps belong in the trash, does System Failure. An attempt at an invasion and a capturing of the tag team titles was thwarted by Vicious and Delicious at Double or Dong. But of course, System Failure set their sights on Salem with a backstage attack. Nyx perhaps looking for some revenge here, requesting this match to be tables, ladders, and chairs. Anything goes, any weapons allowed. And the only way to win, pinfall or submission. Why would Squidward wrestle? There we go. Aubrey saving the day with the link. Tater is watching. Excellent. I don't know how it looks on mobile or where said bio is on mobile. Well, the NPO needed some help, and so they requested Nyx, brought her into the ranks. Of course, at the moment, it was just Tater and Salem part of the NPO, a 2-on-3 numbers game when it comes to System Failures, Black, White, and Violet. But each match here will be contested between Black and White, 1-on-1. Black gets to meet the fury of Nyx, while White will be facing Salem in a Falls Count Anywhere match later tonight. As we get set for our opening matchup here tonight, the bell has rung. It is tables, ladders, and chairs, and Black immediately with a Hurricanrana to start things off with a fast pace and a standing Phoenix Splash. Black right away quickening the pace of this matchup here. Another standing Phoenix Splash, going for a kick. Now Nyx looking to quicken the pace. Hurricanrana of her own. Both of these competitors seem rather adept at high-flying maneuvers. We'll see which one comes out on top here. Hammerlock here by Nyx on the legs. Oh, and bending back there. Black has to roll out, perhaps get some. Oh, look out! Senton over the top rope. Black not getting a shred of rest here. And now looking to wear down Nyx with a combo. Standing Spanish fly. Black lifts Nyx up to her feet, sends her into the barricade. This match already spilling out of the ring. Now a suplex maneuver here, dropping Nyx. The abdomen crashing into the top of the barricade. I'm getting a lot of Discord pings. Absolutely stupid whenever it happens. Yes, that is correct. I'll go ahead and quit out of Discord here. Submission maneuver on the outside. It will not count if Nyx was to give in here. Nyx now reverse DDT. Look at that. Now Nyx roll through. Enziguri right to the side of Black's head there. And now strike after strike and a DDT on the outside there. Another one. Nyx perhaps choosing to focus on the head of Black. Wise moves perhaps. Now Nyx finally sending Black into the ring here. And now looking for a cover, shoots the half, hook of the leg, referee in position, and a kick out at 1. The bad blood between NPO and System Failure has only gotten worse as both factions have been kept away from each other. A reverse chokeslam from Nyx. Black slides out of the ring looking for some sort of respite here, but now back into the ring once he acquires it. And now, look at this, a Tejada bomb perhaps, slamming Black spine first into the mat. And now Nyx focusing on the knees and the legs of Black. Accidentally did a shortcut to close all of Firefox, oh no. Nyx rolls out, perhaps looking for some respite, look out! Corkscrew and somehow managing to clip Nyx on the way down there. Nyx perhaps was looking underneath the ring for some hardware, and Black caught her slacking. Double arm DDT on the outside. Black now lifts Nyx to her feet. Barely slept at all last night, bit shaky. Oh no. Black now looking for some hardware. You haven't missed much. This is the first matchup here. And now slamming down the steel chair on Nyx's legs. Nyx rolls out of the way of that one. Going for her Hurricanrana. Nyx was ready. Blocked it. Now kick to the gut. Look at that. Leg assisted DDT there. Strike right to the head. And now perhaps looking for another Hurricanrana. Nyx setting Black up here. Going for a knee drop. Black moves out of the way. Thus far, I was about to say Nyx was in control for a lot of this matchup. Cut her there. Neck breaker. Oh, and a single leg drop kick to Black. Nyx is now part of the NPO. The NPO realized they needed some help. System Failure with the numbers game. Tater and Salem versus Black, White, and Violet. Nyx, the newest member of the New Pearled Order. Drop kick. But Black doesn't go down. Springboard headbutt from Black, and now scrambles into the cover. Referee in position, shoulders are down, and a kick out at 2. Black now with that steel chair, slamming it down on the back of Nyx. Nyx rolls out of the way. Sliding arm drag from Black. Now Black sends Nyx into the corner. Oh, and a leg lariat there. And now, perhaps, Black looking for the end of this matchup. rolling through. Inverted cloverleaf submission maneuver here. The pressure on the joint of the back of the knee on Nyx. But Nyx looks like she manages to escape the hold. Nyx now, look at that, twisting neck breaker. Strike right to the face. What's Nyx got in store here? Back suplex, dropping Black right on the back of his head. And again, another kick right to the head. Nyx perhaps looking to disorient Black somehow. Look at that flapjack from the corner and a kip up from Nyx. Every day these wrestlers come up with new moves. Kick to the gut as Nyx. Oh, Black had it scouted. Arm wrench sends Nyx to the floor. Nyx now moving to the ropes. Looking to recover back to her feet here, but Black with a spear. Shoulder thrust sends Nyx to the outside. Black grabs the chair and heads to the outside as well now. Going for a hit. Out of the way, Nyx manages to knock the chair out of Black's hands. Sends Black back into the ring. Not a lot of use of hardware here in this matchup. In fact, these wrestlers seem to just want to tear at each other with their bare hands. As Nyx motions Black to his feet, phenomenal forearm. Springboard from the outside to the inside. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg. No, Black powers out at 2.5. Nyx now lifts Black to their feet. Code breaker. But both of these competitors look spent. The code breaker double knee thrust to the face as Nyx is the first to return to her feet here. Kick to the gut. Now perhaps looking for another DDT, spiking Black onto the mat. Nyx now up to the top rope. Could be looking for that Phoenix splash. There it is! Phoenix splash! Here's the cover. Legs are hooked. Shoulders are down. No! Black powers out of the Phoenix splash. Nyx can't believe it. Nyx now looking to get the crowd on her side here. Firmly in control of the matchup thus far. Dropping the knee on the elbow of Black. Now Nyx again playing to the crowd, perhaps using that energy, feeding off that energy as she looks for a way to put Black down and earn that final spot. And the number one contenders elimination match went for a chair. Black had it scouted. Look at this. Athletics from Black here and a drop kick. And another kip up from Black. The crowd not exactly appreciative of Black's maneuvers here. Nyx back to her feet in the corner. Black had something ready, but Nyx was more ready than him. Kick to the gut. Another DDT. No, Black was ready. Left hooks to the gut to escape. Going for a kick. Look at that. Nyx with a sweep. And now slamming the chair down on the front of Black. Again, feeling the energy of the crowd. Perhaps again looking for that Phoenix splash from the top rope. This could be it. No, a double moonsault. Look at that. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg. And still not enough as Black gets the shoulder up. Nyx now a little bit of taunts, but a kip up from Black. Irish whip into the ropes, ducks underneath. Drop kick. And that sends Nyx to the floor. Black has the chair now. Slamming it down on the front of Nyx. Deliberate chair shots, and now here's the cover. Black thinks he's done enough. No! Kick out at 2. Not quite enough yet. Going for another one. Nyx rolls out of the way. Oh! Knocks the chair out of Black's hands yet again. Nyx sends Black into the ropes and a drop kick, but it doesn't send Black down. Black stays on his feet. Fireman's carry position here. Detonation kick to the side of Nyx's head. Again, going for that chair. They have loved this chair thus far as Black focuses a shot on the legs before again on the front of Nyx. Going for one more. Nyx rolls out of the way. Running Hurricanrana to Black. Black in perfect position again, perhaps for another Phoenix splash. Nyx is ready, going for an elbow drop. Black tried to roll out of the way, but Nyx had it scouted, still managed to land. Here's the cover, no. Kick out at 2. Black barely got the shoulder up that time. I don't think they were ready for that elbow drop to connect. Black now trying to use the ropes to get back to their feet. Nyx prowling. Oh, but look out! Stun gun from the top there. Black back to his feet in the ring, looking for a springboard. Springboard reverse DDT to Nyx. Going again for the cover. These competitors think they've done enough. They want this match over with. No, Nyx powers out. Black cannot believe it. Look at this. Nyx perhaps playing a little bit of possum. No. Black just managed to escape that pin. Going for a single leg drop kick just out of range was Black. Now Black has a hold of Nyx's wrist, but a drop kick to the knee and another single leg drop kick from Nyx. Nyx again up to the top rope. Could we see yet again another Phoenix splash? Lands! Here's the cover! A second Phoenix splash from Nyx! No! Again, Black powers out! The crowd chanting one more time, thinking they know what needs to be done to Black here, but Black with a dragon screw to Nyx. Back and forth the later part of this match has been. And now Black playing a little bit to the crowd here. We haven't seen much of that. Yeah, look out. Tope Connie low. Nyx moves out of the way. Back and forth this matchup has become, as Nyx and Black continue to find some way, somehow, to put the other away. Nyx going again for that chair, or perhaps thinking better of it this time. Back into the ring here. Right forearm. Sends Black down to the mat again. And again, Nyx for going for that chair, and again thinking better of it. Perhaps indecisive here as Black hits a kip up. Sends Nyx back to the outside. It looked like she landed hard on that chair. Nyx on the outside, Black getting a moment of rest here, and now diving underneath. Oh boy, here comes a table. Oh, slamming the side of the table right into the front of Nyx there. Black now sends Nyx back into the ring. These competitors looking to finish each other off as Black heads to the top rope, going for an elbow drop. Nyx rolls out of the way. Took too much time. Now Nyx maneuvering Black to the ropes. What does she have in mind here? Well, whatever it was, she was just out of range. Forearm to the back as Black sends Nyx into the ropes, and now both these competitors, their stamina drained, making mistakes here. Nyx sends Black to the middle of the ring. Springboard, springboard again, and a right hand. And a drop kick from Nyx. Black going for a clothesline, missed. Look at that, a stomp from Nyx. Sends Black into the mat, right in the middle of the ring. Here's the cover. No, again, Black powers out. That flurry of offense, not enough. Black rolls out of the way of Nyx's drop kick. Kick to the gut now. Nyx looking for again for that leg assisted DDT. It absolutely did. Amazing. Nyx up to the top rope. Black on the outside. Looking for a stomp, and she hits it right into the abdomen of Black. Nyx now beckoning Black to his feet, playing to the crowd here. But Black kicks Nyx off here. Not being goaded. Stakes are extremely high in every stream. Nyx back into the ring. Black now also in the ring. Oh, looking for something, but an enziguri hits. Black now running Hurricanrana to Nyx. Black in the corner as Nyx slowly crawls to her feet. Running start. knee to the chest, and a standing Phoenix splash. Nyx is in trouble here. Oh, perhaps not. Rolls out of the way of a moonsault. Oh, and a single leg drop kick there from Nyx. Oh, look at this. Look at this. A small package from Black. A small package. No. Kick out at 2. Black back to his feet first. Up to the middle rope here. Going for a double axe handle halfway across the ring and hits it. Black now digging under the ring looking for something. Here comes the ladder. A ladder sent into the ring now. And now look at this, a hammerlock with the leg. Snapping the shoulder back absolutely was weird. Wasn't expecting that to hit, but here we go, a stomp on the back elbow of Nyx. Nyx back to her feet, ducks underneath. And a reverse DDT from Black there. Look out, dragon suplex from Nyx. That is about what this match has timed at every single time I've done it. For some reason, this match, it always goes 20 minutes or plus. Or plus, 20 minutes or more. Clothesline from Black, and another one. Sweeps out from underneath, and the back of Nyx's head hit that ladder. 2 ladders in the ring now. The ring is treacherous. And now forearms across the face of Nyx here. Each competitor looking to put the other away. Standing Phoenix splash again. And now Black looking to put this away for good. Look out! Nyx is on the ladder. Inverted cloverleaf here on Nyx, locked in tight. And Nyx escapes again. But has the damage been done to that leg? Another single leg drop kick? Perhaps not. Kick right to the top of the head. Nyx having escaped that submission. Still in this matchup. Hurricanrana from Black. Nyx rolls out. Perhaps realizing that this was a little too dangerous. Corkscrew senton from Black to the outside. Little too much offense there from Black. Nyx, of course, a clever move to roll out of the ring. They cannot win on the outside. Twisting neck breaker from Black. Black now pacing around the ring, perhaps looking for something. Grabbing the display ladder there. 3 ladders in the ring. We have 3 ladders in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Kick right to the gut from Nyx. And now Nyx sends Black into the corner where the announcers are. Look at that arm drag. These two fighting in the corner here. Oh, Nyx sends Black into the stairs, goes for an elbow drop. Black moves out of the way. Black picks the leg here, sweep. And now slamming down on that knee. A little bit of a leg lock maneuver there. Show how credible of a threat they are, exactly. Back elbow from Nyx, and now Nyx with a flurry of offense, and Black is down. Nyx again going for that chair that these two have seemed to love, and that was a chair shot right to the face of Black. My goodness. Did not pull any punches on that one. Argentine backbreaker. Oh! Almost a burning hammer. Dropping Black directly on his head, and now sends Black into the steps. Feeding off the crowd's energy, Nyx is in control here in this matchup. Kick to the gut now. Black again picks the leg, stump puller there. Of course, perhaps trying to soften up those muscles for that inverted cloverleaf. Oh, and a poison run out of Nyx, spiking Nyx's head into the outside. This match hasn't been in anyone's control. It has been back and forth. Black sends Nyx back into the ring. Perhaps looking to finish this off. Oh no, looking for some hardware. Again, another chair has been introduced. Slamming down on the back of Nyx and now focusing on the legs yet again. 3 chair shots, make that 4. 4 chair shots ringing out in this arena. And now look at this. Lethal combination. Here's the cover. Shoulders are down. Could this be it? It is. Black triumphs in a vicious matchup.
Here is your winner, Black.
Black hits the lethal combination, wins this matchup. You can see the blood underneath the mask of Black there. A battle scar from this match. Black moves on. Aren't there any laws about teleporting? Is teleporting allowed? I mean, if we're having a giant, like, if we had a giant hamburger fighting, like, I feel like the rules are some kind of teleportation expert all of a sudden. Oh, what a matchup here between Black and Nyx. Unfortunately, Black is the one that has moved on in this matchup. But coming up next, we have one heck of a matchup. As I sit here and get ready. Where is my stuff here? Here we go. He's not home yet, yeah. He will be at some point. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can absolutely. There is a results channel. I think I'm the only one allowed to post because I hadn't set that up yet, but. Okay, well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup is about to get underway. This time it is the #1 contenders elimination chamber match. Lots of brand new competitors here in this matchup. And now, of course, we know the final competitor in Black will be entering the matchup here. Garf. It is indeed Garf. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Elimination Chamber matchup. I wasn't expecting it to start so soon.
The following contest is an Elimination Chamber match. Making his way to the ring from Fort Wayne, Indiana, weighing in at 155 pounds, Wildcat.
Many of these competitors brand new to ADW. I mean, it's the closest one I had. Garfield heritage. As we get set for Black's long-ass entrance here, I will remind you of the rules of the Elimination Chamber match. 2 competitors will start out of the 6 that are in the match. 4 will be awaiting their turn in pods surrounding the ring. Randomly, every 2 minutes, a competitor will be chosen to leave their pod and enter the matchup. Pinfalls or submissions can occur before all competitors have entered the match. When there is a pinfall or submission, that competitor who fell will be eliminated. This goes until there is one last competitor who will be declared the winner and the new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Surely Garfield should be part of the NPO. Surely. I'm so sorry, Nix. That was such a fight. That's one hell of a theory. Somebody! Black making his entrance here. He will be inside one of these pods. The first 4 to enter will be inside a pod, and the final 2 will be the less advantageous by needing to start the matchup. Black representing system failure well here. Of course, I must mention System Failure is not signed to ADW contracts. They are on a per-match basis here in ADW. He would be huge. Sans, Papyrus, and Gaster, holy shit.
From California, weighing in at 207 pounds, the Snake.
Brand new to ADW. I think it's been a long time coming. Snake making his entrance here. Not exactly the best match to debut in, I would think. The Elimination Chamber, brutal, unrelenting. Squeeze my hog. You what? Amazing. That would be fantastic. Snake entering the pod as we get set to see our final competitor who will be in the pod to start the match. King Koopa himself.
From overseas, weighing in at 460 pounds, the King.
Of course, King Koopa Bowser also making his debut here tonight for ADW. The largest competitor in this matchup. Perhaps the one with the biggest size advantage. We will see how that benefits Bowser. Well, with Bowser's entrance here, our last two competitors are known who will be starting the matchup at a disadvantage here inside the Elimination Chamber. Evil Twink Inc. That's a, that sure is something I just had to read.
From Mustache Mountain, weighing in at 200 pounds, number 1.
Waluigi entering the matchup here. That's the new faction? Oh my god. Oh my god. Waluigi, Akechi, and Doodle Bob. Waluigi starts this matchup inside the ring here. Drawing off a little bit to the rest of the competitors inside the pod. I don't know how wise that will be.
And from Japan, weighing in at 141 pounds, to fill it.
Akechi making his return to ADW here. Akechi, bless you. Akechi has a bit of history here in ADW. Was absent for a little while, but has now returned in a big way. And perhaps that experience in ADW matches will help him here inside the Elimination Chamber. Of course, he is, I believe, the only one to compete in an Elimination Chamber match here in ADW. This is his second match, though his first match ended the first ever United States Championship reign to Tater. The bell has rung, the matchup is underway, and the clock has begun. Atomic drop from Waluigi to start, and a DDT spiking Akechi into the mat. Stomping down on the face. Twisting neckbreaker from Waluigi, and Waluigi immediately going for a cover, looking to eliminate Akechi early on. Kick out. Stomping down on the back. Waluigi definitely has the height advantage here against Akechi. Now looking perhaps to pound before arms here from Akechi to Waluigi. Oh, and a strike right to the spine. Waluigi looking for some respite, going up against the ropes, but Akechi was ready. Looking for sliced bread number 2 as we get set for our third entrant into the matchup. Akechi immediately into a triangle choke. Waluigi looks like he's about to escape, though. Who's entering the match? Here comes Garfield. Garfield is into the matchup now. A heel hook from Akechi on Waluigi, looking to take out those long legs of Waluigi, but Waluigi escapes. Garfield now going to Akechi. Akechi, I'm sure, has some flashbacks here. Of course, his first Elimination Chamber match, he lost via pinfall to Tater. But now, Akechi and Waluigi, sometimes we see alliances, sometimes we see them break, especially with a multi-man free-for-all matchup like this. Waluigi, hammer fists to Garfield there, and Akechi ready. Ready. Look at this, bending the arm back and stomping down on the back. Welcome in as we get set for our next competitor to enter the matchup. Akechi against the ropes, and here comes Black. The crowd letting them know how much they dislike Black and the fact that he won the first matchup of the night. Black now focused on Waluigi, sends him back into the ring. Jawbreaker from Waluigi to Akechi, and now Black focusing on Akechi. Look out, Poison Rana spiking Akechi's head into the mat. Garfield and Waluigi going at it on the half of the ring. Akechi set into the ropes, Hurricane Rana, and now here's the cover. Good roll through from Black, but Akechi kicks out. Garfield up on the top rope, perhaps thinking better of it. And now an STO from Garfield to Black. But Akechi and Garfield back at each other's throats here, looking for a power bomb. Akechi hits it as we get our next competitor. Here comes Bowser, the biggest one in this matchup in terms of size. Now pacing the outside, perhaps looking for his moment to enter, and he's found it. Black focusing on Waluigi's legs. Garfield now perhaps looking for a power bomb on Akechi, but Akechi rolls through. Oh no, my controller. Continue onwards, please. Akechi rolls through with a sunset flip. Powerbomb from Waluigi to Black, and now pins. The legs are hooked. Kick out at one. System failure interference here. Probably needed it. Look at the height on Bowser as he lifts Garfield to his shoulder. Snake Eyes in the corner. Bowser just throwing the smaller competitors around, but look at that. Trip up from Akechi. Bit of strength showing as we get our final entrant into this matchup. Tater is here. Snake is making his entrance into the matchup, the freshest competitor. Oh no, a powerbomb backstabber from Bowser. And a DDT from Black to Waluigi. Power slam from Bowser, and this is just out of control right away. Every competitor is in this matchup now. Waluigi sent crashing to the outside. Sling blade from Garfield, look at that, and a drop kick to the side of the head. A double team, oh no! Bowser and Black, their heads crashing into one another as Akechi managed to avoid the double team. Snap suplex from Bowser, floats over into the cover. Kick out at one. Every single competitor is in here. There will be no chance for breaks. And look at this, a double team on Black from Snake and Bowser. Waluigi kicks out of a Garfield pin at two. Bowser now lifts Snake up, perhaps looking for some Snake Eyes in the corner. Oh! Akechi breaks the fingers of Garfield, and a jumping neck breaker from Bowser. Customary reward Pringle prepared, excellent. Headlock punch from Snake there. Waluigi into the corner, Black hits nothing. A kip up from Black as Black and Akechi now go at it. Hip toss, and now knees to the face of Goro Akechi. Beautiful DDT there from Garfield. Garfield perhaps looking to maneuver Snake around, could not find a spot as Black hits a monkey flip on Akechi there. Snake sends Garfield into the corner, but is intercepted by Black here. Bowser has Waluigi in an electric chair position, facebuster. Black hit the detonation kick on Snake as well, going for another kick. German suplex from Garfield to Snake, and a half and half suplex from Akechi to Black. Snake and Garfield now have found their own little corner to fight in here, or perhaps not. Snake turns his gaze towards Waluigi. Black lifts Waluigi up, and another detonation kick. Wasn't he in Nick All-Stars Brawl? Or am I misremembering? Snake sent into the corner. Garfield with a facebuster, almost an SDO type maneuver there. Kick right to the gut of Garfield. As Snake sends Black to the outside. So he wasn't a platform fighter, it seems. Snake drops Waluigi across the top rope. And now a kick to the spine. Waluigi and Snake, the only competitors left in the ring. I say that as Black gets tossed in spine first. Garfield now enters the ring as Bowser and Akechi brawl on the outside. Look at Garfield's athleticism. Going for a cover on Black to eliminate system failures representative here. No, kick out at 2. And a sling blade from Garfield to Black, looking for a drop kick, and he hits it. And now there's the STO from Garfield as Snake and Waluigi. Snake hitting a reverse DDT on Waluigi there. Bowser back to his feet. Reverse suplex from Garfield to Akechi. Garfield sends Akechi to the outside. Bowser looks to send Black into the ropes there. Bowser, Black, and Garfield, the ones in the ring as Black hits a reverse DDT. Garfield went for a diving nothing and hit nothing, in fact. Black with an enziguri. And now rolling Bowser over. Here's the cover. Could we see the big man eliminated? No, kick out at 1. Black now, look at this. Oh, blocks the kick. Oh my goodness, a knee right underneath the jaw. Is that enough to put Bowser away? No, kick out at 2. Akechi slams Garfield on the outside as Black and Snake look towards one another here. Garfield was pinned but kicks out at 1. Black sends Snake into the ropes, or into the corner, slamming his knee into the chest, going for a cover. Kick out at 1. Waluigi now going for a cover on Bowser. Kick out at 1 again. Waluigi, oh my goodness, sends Bowser crashing into the referee. The referee just took it like nothing. Air raid crash from Bowser. Pirates knocked up Shrek, baby. Akechi and Waluigi sent to the outside. Bowser looking for a power bomb, perhaps. Black escapes with some right hand, sliding arm drag to Bowser. Irish whip sends Bowser into the corner. Garfield ready to intercept Black, sends Black into the corner. Forearm there to escape as Black and Garfield go at it here. Akechi snapping the joints of Waluigi's hand, sending Waluigi to the outside. And of course, that outside, arguably less of a fall, but just as harmful. Oh no, a shoulder breaker from Bowser. That is, of course, steel plating on the outside. Not a pleasure to fall on by any means. Springboard headbutt, Bowser avoids it. Snake slides out of the ring. I don't know how I guess he slithered. Waluigi now, oh, a half Nelson backbreaker, going for the cover on Garfield. No, Garfield kicks out. As this matchup spirals out of control, Akechi pins Snake. Snake escapes. Now Black going for a cover on Bowser. We have 2 pins, actually. Snake managed to escape. They both escaped at 2. And now look at this. Black looking for that inverted clover leaf on Bowser. He's got it locked in. Blue Thunderbomb there from Waluigi. Bowser can't escape this inverted clover leaf here from Black. Oh, finally he manages to escape the submission. Oh my goodness, a stomp from Akechi to Snake, and now going for the cover. Could we see Snake as the first one eliminated? No, kick out. Power bomb from Waluigi to Garfield. Bowser sent crashing to the outside. Now Black looking to use his striking ability here. Snake is sent to the outside. DDT from a high angle. Black goes for the cover. The referee's in position. Waluigi kicks out. Black playing to the crowd, but he should probably look behind him as Bowser enters. Oh, Bowser had his eyes on Waluigi instead. Back elbow to Waluigi. Going for an elbow drop, missed. Garfield goes crashing into one of the pods there via Snake. And a powerbomb backstabber from Bowser. Snake, knee brainbuster there, patella brainbuster. Black and Akechi now focusing on one another as Black is sent to the outside. Akechi and Bowser now. No competitor has been eliminated thus far. Knee to the gut. Garfield perhaps looking for something, but Snake avoids it. Now Bowser with a bear hug on Akechi. This is a submission maneuver. The referee is watching. Akechi manages to escape. You are welcome. I am glad to provide an alternative. Oh, Snake! Anaconda Vice! The Anaconda Vice locked in on Waluigi! Anaconda Vice submission maneuver. Easily could choke Waluigi out here or pop his elbow. Waluigi escapes, knees to the back of the head. Oh no! Neck breaker on the knee of Black there to Waluigi. Black pins Waluigi. No, kick out at 2. You do know things about wrestling now, whether you wanted to or not. Neck breaker from Snake to Black. And look at this, Akechi with a triangle choke on Garfield. Referee's in position. Ready? Oh, look at that! Snake with the green mist! But the referee's distracted by Garfield and Akechi. Waluigi, oh, if the referee had not been focused on the submission, Waluigi may have been eliminated here. You can see that green mist all over Waluigi's face. Black powers out of a Bowser pin at 1. Oh, a gut buster from Garfield to Akechi. Waluigi sent to the outside as Black focuses on Bowser's legs here. Side suplex, a Saito suplex rather, from Snake to Garfield. And a triangle choke, looking for another triangle choke here on Snake. Can Snake escape? Garfield saves Black there from whatever Waluigi had in store. Black sent into the ring. Waluigi now focused on Bowser, sends him crashing into that chain fencing on the outside. Akechi perhaps looking to put Snake away with a powerbomb. Here's the cover. Snake has been eliminated. Snake is eliminated all of a sudden, and Waluigi's got a sleeper hold on Bowser on the outside. Our first competitor eliminated as Bowser escapes the sleeper hold. And now a double team Russian leg sweep to Waluigi from Bowser and Akechi. Bowser going for the cover now. And now Garfield in that inverted cloverleaf from Black. Garfield managing to escape. Last one in, first one out. Snake, a disappointing end to his night tonight. As the chamber door closes once more. Oh, look at that, a sling blade from Garfield to Bowser. And now Black with a wing clipper on Akechi. Springboard cross body. What a pin from Garfield. Kick out. Reverse DDT from Akechi to Black as Waluigi gets Garfield up in the fireman's carry position. Gutbuster. Look at this now. Oh! A TKO onto the knee of Waluigi. Garfield kicks out. Oh, and the miss from Bowser to Akechi. Here's the cover. Akechi blinded by the poison mist. Akechi still manages to kick out. Waluigi now raking the eyes of Bowser there. Hip toss from Black as he levels knees into the face of Akechi. Bowser going to the top rope. This is unique. That's a big man. Cross body on Black. Black now picks the leg. Stump puller on Bowser. Garfield now wheelbarrow position. Wheelbarrow DDT to Akechi. Waluigi lifts the knee to Black. Waluigi escaping now as Akechi goes for a cover inside the ring on Garfield. Not quite enough. 5 competitors remain in this Elimination Chamber matchup here. Twisting neck breaker from Bowser to Black, and now Bowser looking for a cover on Black, looking to eliminate. No. Back body drop from Akechi to Garfield inside the ring. Waluigi now. Double leg pick there. Oh, look at this. A roll up from Akechi isn't enough to eliminate Waluigi. No, not yet. Lifting the knee was Bowser to Black. And now look at this. Perhaps another patella brain buster. Here's the cover from Waluigi to Akechi. No, again, Akechi kicks out. Referee working double time. That is for sure. STO from Black to Bowser. And a TKO onto the knee. And we have 2 pins simultaneously here. Akechi kicks out. Referee goes to the other pin. Garfield has been eliminated. We are down just to 4. 4 competitors remain. Waluigi goes for a diving elbow drop on Akechi. Akechi rolls out of the way. What a power slam from Waluigi. Black and Bowser fighting on the outside. 4 competitors remain. One of them will become the new #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Akechi set into the ropes. Kitchen sink from Waluigi. Black sends Waluigi crashing to the outside, now looks to focus on Akechi, perhaps looking for elimination of his own. Sends Akechi into the corner. Back elbow from Akechi and avoids it. Bowser was going for something there, but did not hit it, was out of position. Now Waluigi looking to take advantage. Back elbows from Bowser to Waluigi and a back forearm from Akechi to Black. These competitors likely very spent after the length that this matchup has been. Goro Akechi with a back German suplex to Waluigi. Huh? Thank you. Akechi now cracking the joints of Waluigi there. And now a DDT suplex almost from Akechi. Bowser dazed in the corner. Black right in Akechi's way, it seems. Kick to the gut of Black. Akechi looking to put Black away for good. A power bomb. Looking like he got his shield broken over there. Akechi now focusing on the arms of Black here. Bending the arm down and stomping down on the shoulder. Back elbow to Bowser and an enziguri, and Akechi has taken over this matchup. Beckoning Bowser to his feet. Looking for that stomp, and he hits it. Here's the cover, floats in, hook of the leg. And Bowser has been eliminated. Waluigi, Akechi, and Black are the ones that remain here. Kick to the back of the leg. And now a double leg takedown from Waluigi and Akechi. Black back to his feet. A kip up from Akechi. Look at that. Black going for a springboard, nobody home. TKO from Waluigi, but a drop kick to the spine from Black. 3 competitors remain. Only one will be the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Black hits lethal combination. That's the same move that he won the match with Nyx with, but Akechi breaks up the pin. Bending the arm back and again stomping down on the shoulder. And now Akechi beckoning Black up, perhaps looking for that stomp here. And Black moved out of the way! Drop kick hits both Akechi and Waluigi, but neither one go down. Single leg drop kick to Akechi. Waluigi slams the back of Black's head on the mat and goes for the cover. Hook of the leg, Akechi's down. Black powers out. Waluigi can't believe it. Waluigi thought it was just gonna turn into a one-on-one matchup. Akechi sent to the outside, but Black now looking to take advantage. Blocks the punch and a knee underneath the jaw of Waluigi. Here's the cover. Waluigi powers out. Now Black, it's his turn to be frustrated here. Turns his attention to Akechi. Akechi blocks the flurry of blows. Black sent into the ropes. German suplex to Black. Waluigi, though, stalking Akechi here. Looking for that patella brainbuster. He hits it. Oh, no. Waluigi's not finished. Oh, but Black regains his senses. Stops whatever Waluigi had planned. Springboard reverse DDT from Black to Akechi. And now Black up to the top rope, but Waluigi about to enter the ring. Well, perhaps not seeing Waluigi there. Oh, double axe handle the back of Waluigi's head. And now Black looks to set up for Waluigi, but Akechi gets there first. Oh, and look at this. Black, inverted cloverleaf on Akechi. Locked in deep. Locked in deep. And Akechi has to tap out. It's one-on-one.
A competitor has been eliminated.
One of these 2 competitors will be the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship as Waluigi hits the TKO. Is that enough? No, Black powers out. Waluigi now focusing on the legs of Black, perhaps looking to hamper the high-flying ability. But Black hits an enziguri. Black now focusing on Waluigi, twisting neckbreaker. It was 6. It is now down to 2. Black looking for those patented forearms across the face of Waluigi here. Somehow, someway, Black has made his way all the way to the final 2 of the #1 contenders elimination chamber match. Another twisting neckbreaker to Waluigi. I believe it was in slow-mo because it was unloading Akechi. Stomp to the abdomen, then a stomp to the spine, and a standing Phoenix splash. And another standing Phoenix splash. Black now playing to the crowd, and a third Phoenix splash. This is insane. Stomp to the ankle there of Waluigi. Here's the cover. Power out at 2. Black's got the 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Foot DDT from Black there to Waluigi, taking out those legs, perhaps setting him up for that inverted cloverleaf. But a moonsault from the top rope. Is that enough to put Waluigi away? No! Waluigi powers out again. Waluigi has had no answers since this matchup became one-on-one. Waluigi back to his feet, Black playing to the crowd, perhaps not realizing how fast Waluigi was ready to recover. Power slam! Stomp to the back of the head. And now left hooks raining down upon Black. Bro, I wish I could rig this shit. I'd be able to tell such good stories if I could rig this shit. My storytelling is limited at best. Waluigi blocks the kick there. Slams Black down, spine first onto the mat. Waluigi sends Black into the ropes, looking again for another power slam. Perhaps not, a twisting neckbreaker to Black instead. Here's the cover. Is it enough to put Black away? Referee moving. And it's over. Waluigi is our #1 contender.
Here is your winner, #1.
What a matchup. But Waluigi saves ADW here from system failure. What a picture that is. Yeah, I cannot change who wins and who doesn't. Waluigi is our new #1 contender to the ADW World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, really. If I was playing, I could absolutely be like, okay, I'm gonna win this match because I'm playing. Not so here. As we get set for our 3rd matchup of the night. Huh. That one was wild to call, but that's not even our only Elimination Chamber match tonight. Of course, our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, also an Elimination Chamber match. I will destroy all of you in that case. But of course, coming up next, there is a shirt, look at that, shirt right there. Coming up next is a grudge match. After the attack on New Pearl Order's Salem looks for revenge against White of System Failure. This time it will be Falls Count Anywhere. Here we go. I was talking and I forgot I muted.
Is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Order from Colorado, weighing in at 251 pounds, the Outlaw.
Here comes Salem, the Outlaw of the New Pearl Order, making his entrance here. Of course, this is Falls Count Anywhere. Pinfall or submission anywhere in the arena, even outside the arena if the competitors so choose. Salem looking for revenge here against White. Salem, of course, went to ADW, requested each member of System Failure in an individual matchup. System Failure, of course, not under ADW contract. We could not force them to do so. Instead, only getting one. That would be amazing. As we get set for our third matchup of the night, White making his entrance here. We saw a little bit of White's offense during Double or Dong when they invaded the tag team championship match. But this is the first time White will be competing in a one-on-one matchup for ADW. I'm glad you enjoy them. White, of course, carrying that lantern it seems that all System Failures members like to carry. They did not agree to an unmasking stipulation, I am afraid. They're moths! They're all Mothmen! As we get set here for our next matchup, this is Falls Count Anywhere. Salem versus White is underway. Salem immediately comes rushing out the gate with a flurry of strikes. Salem with a clothesline sending White to the outside. Look at this, feeding off of the energy of the crowd. Salem coming in hot right away. Oh, but White with a knee there. And a European uppercut to send Salem to the mat. Looking to stifle. Oh, and a knee and a clothesline from White. Looking to stifle, like I said, the momentum of Salem as he came rushing out with those strikes, likely in passion and rage. White again sent to the outside. Salem soon to follow. Of course, this is Falls Count Anywhere. Pinfalls and submissions can occur on the outside. Running arm, almost like a shoulder breaker there. And now a knee to the side of White's leg here. And a kick right to the spine. Dropping the knee across the chest and face of White was Salem there. Going for another stomp. White gets up. Going for an enziguri. Salem missing. They will be one during the break and one before the main event. Oh, dropping the knee, or dropping DDT there. My goodness. Ripcord there, or I'm sorry, after the break will be the first ad spot, then before the main event. Looking perhaps for an air raid crash neck breaker there from White, as White has taken control of this matchup. Stomps to the ribs now. It is not. It is a, I believe it's an angel statue. Focusing on some joint manipulation there was White. Oh, but look at this. Roll up Salem. Rolls up White. Could we see a quick one? No. Kick out at one. Kitchen sink from Salem. And now stomping down on the elbow. As this matchup has spent more time on the outside than it has on the inside. Salem now looking for a weapon, finds a steel chair. Of course, there are no disqualifications in this matchup. Slamming down the steel chair on White. Focused on the legs. Oh, but a kippa from White, it doesn't matter. Salem slamming the chair right into the face of White. Finally, White knocks the chair out of Salem's. Salem's paws there. Snapdragon suplex. The most embarrassing way to lose. I mean, I guess it would probably be some sort of like small package roll up. Another Snapdragon suplex. Just something completely unexpected that just you basically just fluke win. 10 count because you fucked around too much is also viable. Oh, the kendo stick. Salem brings out the kendo stick. White knocks it out of Salem's hand before he can use it effectively. Oh, and a German suplex from Salem. Salem feeding off the energy of the crowd here. Sends White crashing into the barricade. Oh, and another chair shot. It does look super silly. And now Salem shoots the half, hooks the leg. Kick out at 2. Bugs Bunny ass move. I love that. Salem sends White crashing into the apron. And a European uppercut to the back of the head. Now elbow drops onto the knee of White. Salem want revenge. The close on the belt did happen. That is true. Salem now right hooks onto the face of White there. And now looking to stomp down on the chest of White. The DDT Iron Man Heavy Metal Weight Championship can be defended 24/7 as long as there's a referee around. Someone put their clothes on the championship belt, and they won. They won. The clothes were the new champion because the belt was the former champion because the belt had been laid on top of the wrestler. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg from Salem. Kick out at 2. As long as there is a referee there to count the pinfall, it will count for the DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship. White a little bit dazed. Salem trying to figure out what he wants to do there. Sends White crashing into the ring announcer's area. Yes, that is exactly how. Someone fucking just decided to put someone's dinner on top of a wrestler, and the referee was there. He's like, oh, that's a pin. And it was over. And now look at this. Salem, label lock. Wrenching back. White manages to escape. Couldn't really get a good view of that. The timekeeper, of course, in his area there. White now lifting Salem up. Oh, and a shoulder breaker. Now White pacing around Salem here. What's he got in mind here? Oh, lifting the knee and another clothesline. White sends Salem crashing into the floor there. Now perhaps eyeing that kendo stick. Salem going for a drop kick. White had it scouted. Slamming that kendo stick down on the face of Salem. Salem didn't go down, a testament to his strength. What was the dinner? This is important. I don't remember. I just remember it was a dinner. It might have been stew. And look at this, a submission maneuver here, the surfboard stretch. Looks like Salem's ready to escape, though. White blocks the overhand. Salem now fireman's carry. Death Valley driver there. Oh, now Salem eyes the stairs. those steel steps. Oh, perhaps thinking better of it. Stomping down on the face of White. And now look, looking again to lock into the bell lock here. Salem locked in, wrenching back, and White taps out. Salem wins the matchup.
Here is your winner, the Outlaw.
Salem wins the matchup, gets a measure of revenge here against System Failure. The label lock, a devastating submission maneuver, enough to earn Salem the win here tonight. This house has no need for system failure. Salem celebrating his victory and his measure of revenge here in this matchup tonight. Huh. What a match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this next match has the potential to go either 30 seconds or 30 minutes. We don't know which one it will be. As we get set here. Gotta go through, find my stuff. All right, as we get set here for our next matchup, it is going to be interesting. It is a first blood match. The mysterious Leviathan still has not made an appearance for ADW. We will see if they do so today, as Todd Howard has called them out for a first blood match. The first one to bleed will be the winner. Or will be the loser, sorry. The first one that bleeds will be the loser. My apologies. As we get set here for our next matchup, a first blood match. The first one to make their opponent bleed will be the winner. And here comes Mr. Dong or Die himself.
First blood match. Making his way to the ring from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 219 pounds, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, Mr. Dong or Die, has held on to that briefcase. Of course, inside that briefcase, a contract for a championship match anytime, anywhere of the person's choosing. But right now, embroiled in a blood feud with the enigmatic Leviathan. Last time Leviathan was meant to make an appearance, Agent 47 was sent in their place. This time, it seems that Leviathan will be making an appearance. We have heard rumors that they were spotted in the back. We will see how things go.
And his opponent from overseas, weighing in at 187 pounds, Leviathan.
Leviathan finally making their debut here for ADW. The enigmatic Leviathan finally making their debut, answering the call for the first blood matchup. We get to see how Leviathan fights here in ADW. It's going to be quite an interesting matchup here. Leviathan versus Todd Howard in a first blood matchup. As we get set here, as I said, this match could end in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. The first one to make the opponent bleed will be the victor. Look at that, a spine buster from Leviathan, first things first. And now that I'm looking, as Leviathan has removed the goggles, looks awfully familiar here. Can't quite place my finger on it though. Back elbow from Todd Howard, going for a Hurricanrana there on Leviathan. Leviathan, again, another spine buster here. And a right forearm to the face. Todd Howard immediately focuses on the head. As I said, the moment the opponent bleeds, the other person is the victor. You must make your opponent bleed in order to win. A kip up from Leviathan and a leg drop. Look at that. Clubbing blow to the spine. You're right, it does look like Leviathan. Another clubbing blow to the spine. And Leviathan choosing to focus here on a typical wrestling match style rather than focusing on the head and face of Todd Howard. We'll see if that works out for them. Todd Howard, of course, went immediately for the head of Leviathan, looking to make them bleed. Did not succeed. Oh, maybe, perhaps, look at that! Slamming Todd Howard's face into the mat. No blood yet. Another Hurricanrana from Todd Howard. Leviathan escapes, but a crossbody. Suicide dive from Todd Howard. And now a gut wrench. Neck breaker there on the outside here. And an abdominal stretch. Look at that, bending back. But this is a first blood match. You cannot win this matchup via pinfall or submission. Hip toss from Leviathan. The only way to win is to make your opponent bleed. That is why you do not hear the referee counting. There are no countouts. Oh, and an uppercut. And look at that, a Uranagi, sit out Uranagi there from Leviathan. Going for another uppercut, perhaps a drop kick from Todd Howard. And Leviathan right back to their feet. Suplex on the outside. Todd Howard was going for a kick. Leviathan had it scouted, clothesline to the back of the head. And now chops across the chest from Leviathan. Sending Todd Howard into the barricade. And again into the barricade. Spine first this time, driving Todd Howard. And now look at this, a little bit of mind games from Leviathan to Todd Howard here. Kick to the gut there. Chop, 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 and then all of a sudden, Todd Howard is in control. Right hook looking to make Leviathan bleed, avoids it this time, and Thez press! Right hooks, that could do it! No, not yet, not yet. Another uppercut. Any one of these strikes is liable to make your opponent bleed. It could happen at any point, any time. Leviathan sends Todd Howard again into the barricade. These two have spent more time outside of the ring than they have inside it. Back elbow. Not enough to make Todd Howard bleed just yet. The dong or die briefcase holder in a bad way here. Rolls out of the way of a stomp, and again with that Hurricanrana, sending Leviathan to the mat. Leviathan, though, sends Todd Howard into the ring. What's he got in mind, or what do they have in mind here? Twisting back around, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Todd Howard with a kick to the gut. Springboard crossbody from Todd Howard. And Todd Howard, since the last time we've seen him at Double or Dong, seems to have put on some muscle. Very well could aid him in this matchup. Oh, an elbow on the top of the head, but not enough to make Leviathan bleed. That might do it. No, not yet. Leviathan moves out of the way of the drop kick of their own. Kip up from Todd Howard, and we're back at a stalemate. Leviathan sends Todd Howard into the ring. Fez press, right hands raining down. Not enough. Leviathan slides out of the ring and now perhaps looking for some hardware to help make Todd Howard bleed. Todd Howard went for a crossbody. Leviathan slid inside the ring. Leviathan now pacing and waiting here. Kick to the gut from Todd Howard. Looking for a neck breaker. He hits it. Going for another stomp. Leviathan moves out of the way, but Todd Howard was ready. Pop up there. And Leviathan got some height. Todd Howard pacing, waiting. Leviathan was going for a clothesline, but Todd Howard catches it into a neck breaker. And again, Todd Howard has wrested control of this matchup with a power bomb to Leviathan. And now spotting the chair, perhaps seeing his opportunity. Instead choosing to slam the chair down on Leviathan's leg. Now up to the top rope here. Splash from the top rope. A very neat head tattoo. Dropping the knee down on the elbow. Oh, look at this. Stomping the face down, and that's enough. That is enough to make Leviathan bleed. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is over.
Here is your winner, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard makes Leviathan bleed with a stomp into the mat. And it's enough for a victory here for Mr. Dong or Die. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for a break. We still have all the rest of the championship matches to go. But for now, we are heading to a break. When we return from said break, you will be greeted with our advertisements from our wonderful, wonderful sponsors. But that's when we return. For now, enjoy the break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as we get set for our next round of matchups here. I'm about to. Thanks, honey. As we get set for our next round of matchups here, I, of course, must thank the sponsors of ADW here. As we emanate live from the ADW arena, I cannot thank these sponsors enough. We have been partnered with Dick's for a long time now, since WrestleDongia 2. So, of course, we need to give a shout out to the wonderful Dick's.
After all the long, hard work on construction for ADW, what do we here at Dick's do between events? We're hard at work supporting the good people of Epochopolis. Dick's supplies construction, mercenary, and chicken extermination services in order to make Epochopolis one of the world's hottest, girthiest destinations for families. During ADW events and beyond, Epochopolis is the place to be this summer. When you visit Epochopolis, your eyes will be penetrated by our gorgeous vistas and aroused by our famous architecture. You'll be stunned by everything that Epochopolis has to offer. It's only a quick trip away. Come on down the Pennsylvania Turnpike and visit Epochopolis. Sponsored by Dong, a subsidiary of Dick's.
Thank you to Dick's for sponsoring ADW as we get set for our next matchup here. It will be extreme. Flareth and Luigi go one-on-one for the ADW Extreme Championship. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is for the ADW Extreme Championship. Extreme Rules incoming.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 149 pounds, Girl Dynamite.
Flareth versus Luigi, of course, taking you back to Double or Dong 2. Flareth losing the Extreme Championship in a fatal four-way matchup against Peppino and Luigi, and originally scheduled as a fatal four-way matchup with Salem. Of course, Salem being taken out by system failure before the matchup. Flareth looking to regain her title as the Queen of Extreme and the ADW Extreme Championship. That's not Luigi's music. What the hell is this? Making sure production didn't make a mistake here. What the hell is this? What is this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, just so there is no confusion on your end, this is not our ADW Extreme Champion, no matter what it may look like on your set right now. This is not our sanctioned champion. Our champion is Luigi. And yet somehow here comes Violet with the belt. Violet, of course, of system failure. We have not seen Violet in any sort of capacity except for backstage attacks. Does he seriously mean to fight tonight? Violet's eyes staring a hole through Flareth, and he's holding that championship belt like he won it. That is not his belt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am receiving word from backstage that Luigi has not been seen in a matter of weeks. Luigi has been missing. Our agents have not been able to get in contact with Luigi since shortly after Double or Dong. What I'm being told now is that this is not an official Extreme Championship matchup. Violet is not the ADW Extreme Champion, and therefore this is not a sanctioned matchup. However, this will be Extreme Rules. Flareth versus Luigi, 1-on-1. The bell rings and Flareth immediately rushes forward. Violet sends Flareth into the corner, Flareth with a back elbow. Violet again sends Flareth into the corner. And now looking to choke her out in the corner here. Violet, the biggest in terms of size, in terms of the members of System Failure. Violet looking for those steel steps as a weapon. Flareth pacing the ring, waiting to see what Violet does. Knee right to the gut of Flareth there. And Violet again going for those steel steps. Going for perhaps trying to shove them into the face, but a corkscrew elbow from Flareth, springboard off the middle rope. Now Flareth looked to rain down some right hands, but forearms from Violet stopped that in its tracks. Now lifting up these steel steps, Flareth though from behind, hip thrust to avoid the German. I realized how that sounded after I said it. Can't shorten German suplex, I'm afraid. Violet now showing off their strength, dropping Flareth across the top rope. No, that's an Italian. Arm wrench sending Flareth into the mat. Violet escapes the ring as Flareth rolls out again. Very attached to those steel steps and wanting to use them here. Oh, and it lands face first into those steps. Finally managing to get a strike in. Flareth though with a right hand to the gut of Violet, and Violet's size advantage here. I don't think it'll be unmanageable. Of course, Flareth has fought. Look at that! Tope Suicida! But a scorpion tail as nobody was home there. Flareth just out of the way. And now rolling through. Look at that! Slamming Flareth down onto the mat 2 times over. Kip up from Flareth, though, as Flareth tries to quicken the pace of this matchup. A corkscrew knee. Violet twisting his neck back into shape there. Hurricanrana from Flareth. And ladies and gentlemen, we will do our best to try and get a status update on Luigi. But none of our agents have heard from him, which is why this match has become an impromptu Extreme Rules matchup. This is not for the championship. I cannot stress that enough. Luigi is our current champion. He cannot lose it if he's not in this matchup. Flareth set into the ring as Violet paces around. Then oof. We'll have to figure that out, but no one told us he was dead. Flareth gets a kendo stick. Violet, though, quick with a reverse Russian leg sweep and right hands raining down. Mine now. Flareth sends Violet into the ropes, jumps underneath, leapfrog, and an arm drag. That sent Violet halfway across the ring. Back elbow from Flareth. Again avoids a German suplex. Back elbows from Violet now. Oh, and a clothesline. The back of Flaret's head hitting the mat hard. Here's the cover hook of the leg. Kick out at 2. As this matchup continues on here, pop up. Flareth got some height there, and now methodically stomping down on each limb of Flareth, finishing off with the head. Kendo stick in hand. Violet looks to dole out some punishment here. Swing and a miss. Moonsault springboard there from Flareth, and now here's the cover. Violet powers out. Twisting neckbreaker there from Flareth. As each competitor tries their best to remain in this matchup here. Flareth now looking perhaps for a tornado DDT. What athleticism! Violet back to his feet as Flareth grabs a sledgehammer now. Violet running right into Flareth, making her drop that sledgehammer. Oh, and pay dirt. Flareth hits pay dirt, that swinging STO, but Violet with a small package roll up. Kick out at 1. Violet now sliding out of the ring and again looking for those steel stabs. Didn't look at Flareth, was looking for a baseball slide. Just out of position was Violet. Now Violet perhaps thinking a little bit better of it as Flareth paces the ring, waiting for her opponent to return. Right hand from Violet. Flareth avoids the back suplex, turns it into a bulldog. Whatever Flareth was going for there, Violet had scouted. Kicks to the back of the leg. And now a teardrop suplex. Violet now. Oh my goodness, what a lariat! That could have knocked any lesser man clean out, but Flareth back to one knee and now back to her feet. Oh, but a sledgehammer to the gut. Violet now going for another sledgehammer as Flareth was on the ground. Another sledgehammer shot. Flareth avoids. Hurricanrana to Violet. And now Flareth with the sledgehammer in hand. Right to the lower back and again to the back of the knee. Flareth shoots the half, hooks the leg, shoulders are down, and Violet kicks out at 1. Even after those sledgehammer shots, Violet is still in this matchup. Going for a clothesline and hits a Scottish sickle. Oh, and look at this. A mandible claw on Flareth. A mandible claw. Flareth laid out spread eagle in the middle of the ring now as Violet grabs the sledgehammer, slamming it down on Flareth's ankle. That's bound to change her offense, her high-flying offense. Violet not letting up, sledgehammer shot after sledgehammer shot. Flareth breaks out, kick to the gut. Violet rolls through, forearms to the face. Flareth crawls to the corner. Violet looking to choke her out. Flareth escapes, crashes into Violet as she was running to the ropes. Violet looked like he was going for a pounce. Flareth with a drop kick, both miss. Neckbreaker. Flareth now stalking her opponent here, looking for that reverse STO. Flareth to the outside now. What's she got in mind? This is Extreme Rules. She's got a bat. Violet with the sledgehammer. Violet hits first. Going for another shot. Flareth moved out of the way. Single leg drop kick. Flareth now. Overhand chop. Now Flareth with sledgehammer in hand, using it as best she could. Violet moved out of the way of the second shot, raking the back of Violet there. Flareth sends Violet into the corner now, eyeing the baseball bat once more, but thinking better of it. Violet still dazed in the corner. Flareth perhaps again looking for that tornado DDT. And again it hits. What an effective maneuver. Violet back to one knee. Overhand blow from Flareth there. Going for something, whatever it was. Flareth moved out of the way. Snapmare from Flareth. And a drop kick right to the side of the face. Flareth again to the outside, eyeing that kendo stick perhaps. Violet back to his feet, and now both competitors on the outside. Violet sends Flareth rolling back into the ring. And again, focused on these steel steps. Flareth going for a baseball slide. Missed the mark. Flareth looking for a crossbody. Violet moved out of the way. Violet taunting now, perhaps. I don't know if that's wise with Flareth. And immediately dropping it, exactly. Another Hurricanrana, and this time Flareth rolls into the cover. Her leg is hooked and a kick out at 2. Flareth grabs the steel steps. Oh no! Sister Abigail, that's swinging reverse STO. No, Flareth kicked out. Flareth though, eat defeat. Eat defeat right away. Here's the cover. Violet kicks out. Both competitors hit their best moves. And both competitors managed to escape the jaws of defeat here. Clearly 47 dressed up as a shark. What do you mean? Here's the cover after the gutbuster. Violet hooks to the leg and another kick out at 2. Violet now again with these methodical stomps to each limb of Flareth here. Violet with the steel steps in hand as Flareth makes it to one knee before being shot down with those steps. Violet biding his time here perhaps, and again another shot from those steel steps. I guess we will. I had no idea that happened. Then again, I didn't know Luigi was missing either. Hurricanrana from Flareth to Violet. And look at this, head scissors from Flareth, raining down elbow drops. Violet crawls to the outside, using the ropes for leverage. Violet back into the ring. Flareth missed with the shoulder thrust. Flareth sends Violet into the ropes. Spinning back kick there into the gut. Violet on all fours, and Flareth hits a kick to the side of the face. Flareth perhaps pacing around, trying to figure out exactly what she wants to do here. She grabs the baseball bat, but Violet, springboard clothesline. Violet goes for the cover after the springboard clothesline. Is it enough to put Flareth away? No. Kick out at 2. Violet incensed now at the fact that Flareth kicked out of that. Violet sends Flareth into the rope. Spine buster! My goodness, what a spine buster! Here's the cover! Kick out at 2. This time Flareth got the shoulder up. Oh, and a slap from Violet there. And another teardrop suplex. Violet now the one with the baseball bat. Slamming it down into the midsection of Flareth. Going again for the third, but this time Flareth moved out of the way. Knocks the bat from Violet's hands. Leapfrog from Flareth and another arm drag. Overhand blow. Kick to the gut from Violet as this matchup goes back and forth. Flareth sent into the ropes. They crash into one another. Clothesline from Violet. And another one. Flareth goes for a kick. Violet had it scouted, sweeps the leg. And now going for the cover. Is it enough to put Flareth away? No! Flareth powers out, shoving Violet off of her this time. And a kick, or rather a knee right to the top of Violet's head there. That seems to have stunned him pretty well. Oh, look out. Oh, a stomp. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Flareth has to be dazed after that. Baseball bat right to the top of the head. Here's the cover. No, Oh, Flaireth got the shoulder up again! I don't believe it, and neither does Violet. Flaireth still in this matchup after the stomp and the baseball bat. And Flaireth into a Fujiwara armbar now. This is a submission maneuver. Looking to pop the shoulder of Violet out of its socket. Violet escapes now. Overhead suplex there. Leg lock, leg sweep, toe drop, toe hold. Flaireth up to the top rope. Violet laid out. Moonsault from the top rope. Flaireth floats into the cover. Kick out at 2. Flaireth, though, might be looking to put this away for good. Eat defeat again, the second one of the matchup. Leg is hooked, shoulders are down. It's over.
Here is your winner, Girl Dynamite.
Even though this matchup was not for the ADW Extreme Championship, Flaireth comes away the victor as we get set for our next matchup. Somehow, some way, we're looking for some kind of status update on Luigi. We have not been able to find it just yet. The state of the ADW Extreme Championship is in flux, for lack of a better word. 1-2 loss from system failure this show. That's true. Technically be, what, 1-3? Because Black lost the EC match. Oh god, I forgot what the next match was. Oh yes. Open up your face. Okay. Whew. There we go. Not done yet. We've still got 3 matches to go here tonight. And it's bound to be a good one upcoming. If I can find the people that are in it. Gotta be quicker than that. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for our next matchup. Mizuki and Miku lost their shot at the Tag Team Championships. Vicious and Delicious gracious enough to give them another shot here at Judgment Dong. It's Mizuki and Miku versus Vicious and Delicious, the longest tenured champions in the company, for the ADW Tag Team Championships in a Tornado Tag Team Elimination match. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Tag Team Championships up for grabs. Mizuki and Miku making their entrance here. Known as the Queens or as Eminem. I don't know where their music went. There's no music playing for them. So I guess they don't have music. Of course, attacked by system failure. at Double or Dong, replaced by White and Black of System Failure. This time, Mizuki and Miku are looking for some revenge here.
They both have M's in their names. That's
They
how
do.
You explain it.
So Eminem. The Queens looking to become their first. Music got copyright struck. Dang it, Miku. Imagine having to explain what Somnium is about and why one of the characters is paired with Hatsune Miku. Blue hair. The challengers ready for their matchup here. Here come the tag champions. Oh, the cape is still broken.
That's fine.
Amazing. The ADW Tag Team Champions, Vicious and Delicious. Five events in a row. The longest reigning champions in ADW. Oh, I love this fucking game, dude. This game is so fucking funny. Oh, I gotta post in the results. I forgot.
I am too powerful.
You are pretty powerful.
I mean, look at my ass.
How did you absorb the cape? Here we go. Vicious and Delicious, our longest reigning champions in this company. Getting set for yet another title defense here tonight. Amazing. Our first title match officially tonight.
Is a tornado tag team match and is for the tag team championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 512 pounds, the Queens, and their opponents at a combined weight of 533 pounds. They are the tag team champions, Vicious and Delicious.
System failed it. As we get set for this Tornado Tag Team matchup, Tornado Tag Team means, of course, all members of both teams are in the ring at the same time. Elimination match means both members of the opposing team have to be pinned or submitted in order to win. Vicious and Delicious, the Queens, here we go. This matchup is underway. And immediately Macho Aubrey and Hatsune Miku going at it. And look at this, a Koji clutch on Bront right away. Miku sends Macho Aubrey to the outside, Bront looking to save her there. Mizuki now sends Bront into the corner. Half-hatch suplex from Aubrey. Look at that. Miku landed on her feet. The Queens firmly in control here of this matchup, at least in terms of Miku and Aubrey. Bront lifts Mizuki up on his shoulder, drops down with a neck breaker. Now Bront turns his attention to Miku, scratching the back of Hatsune Miku there. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Mizuki goes for a cover on Macho Aubrey. Kick out at 2. Miku moves out of the way of Bront's dropkick there, as Mizuki goes for some chops in the corner. Macho Aubrey, both arms hooked. Pile driver to Mizuki. driving Mizuki's head into the mat. Mizuki rolls out of the ring. Mizuki back to her feet and enters back into the ring. Macho Aubrey was waiting, looking again for another pile driver, perhaps. Hits it. Braun, meanwhile, complete domination of Hatsune Miku in the corner, and Miku rolls out of the ring. Bad spot here for Mizuki. Both competitors of Vicious and Delicious still here in this matchup. And look at that, a gory special here from Braun, looking to make Mizuki submit. Mizuki escapes, back elbow, arm drag to Braun, but Macho Aubrey sitting there waiting for her moment. Left hooks from Mizuki to Macho Aubrey's gut, Braun right behind her, German suplex to Mizuki. Miku's back in the ring, greeted by a clothesline from Braun. Braun now going for the cover on Mizuki as Macho Aubrey keeps Miku occupied. Power bomb from Macho Aubrey to Miku. Miku kicks Macho Aubrey off, but Braun responds with a stomp to her spine. Mizuki now tope Connie low from the ring to the outside on Macho Aubrey. Stomp to the gut of Miku from Braun, and now going for another cover. Of course, the quicker they can get one of their teammates eliminated, the easier it will be for the opposing team. It will be a numbers advantage of 2-on-1. Clothesline from Mizuki to the outside there, as Braun continues to focus on the arm of Hatsune Miku. The arm and the hand stomping down here. And once more, again, focusing on that right arm of Miku. Macho Aubrey sent into the ring. Mizuki perhaps taking a moment to rest, but perhaps not wise. Miku's getting pinned. Kick out at 2. Braun and Mizuki now going at it. Oh, and a back hook kick there. Clothesline from Macho Aubrey. And now again, they have Mizuki sectioned off from her tag team partner, separated. Dragon suplex there. Miku gets back into the ring and is greeted again with another clothesline. Kick to the top of Braun's head. Macho Aubrey with a senton over the top rope. Nobody home. Macho Aubrey sent back into the ring. Mizuki soon follows. Macho Aubrey went for a chop, completely missed. Reverse DDT neckbreaker there from Mizuki, but Macho Aubrey's back to her feet quick. Rolling Death Valley driver. And now looking for that Kamegoye knee. Miku though. Oh, a right hook and turns that back suplex into a bulldog. Miku rolls to the outside. Mizuki's stunned on the outside. And we may see this match spill to the outside of the ring. Braun now, look at that. Apron DDT to Miku. Oh, and Mizuki with an arm drag to Macho Aubrey. Now stomping down on the face and the neck of Macho Aubrey here. These separating matchups have been back in fourth thus far. As I forget how to speak the English language, Macho Aubrey sends Mizuki into the corner, lifting knee. Mizuki escapes with a kick and a drop kick to Macho Aubrey. Braun perhaps realizes his partner's in danger. Face buster from Mizuki and a kip up from Macho Aubrey. And look out! Braun's setting it up! Miku is on the outside. Mizuki's all alone. Aqua Jet Lariat.
I just punched for good measure.
Stomping down on the hand is Macho Aubrey. And now going for the cover here. Mizuki kicks out.
Hold her legs down.
Perhaps not wise to turn their attention to the arms of Mizuki after the Aqua Jet Lariat. That very well could have ended things in a stomp to the abdomen. Mizuki kicks Braun off, but Macho Aubrey with a stomp. Miku perhaps targeting Braun. Went inside and went back to the outside. Now it's Miku and Braun on the outside. Mizuki and Aubrey on the inside. Gut wrench power bomb. Rolls through. Final flash knee.
Uh-oh. Ooh, ref.
Macho Aubrey up to the top rope. Mizuki flat. Beckoning Mizuki to her feet here. Drop kick. Now again, focusing on the arms here of Mizuki. Perhaps looking to reduce the strength that Mizuki may have. But Miku suplexes Braun on the outside. And I think Macho Aubrey caught a glance of it, distracted there as Mizuki sends Macho Aubrey into the ropes. Hits an arm drag. Braun sends Miku back into the ring. Oh, and an STO, and Mizuki again looking for a Koji clutch. Locked in tight on Aubrey. Braun with a Hurricanrana to Miku. Miku again rolls out of the ring. Macho Aubrey escapes the Koji clutch. Hammerlock here from Macho Aubrey, but a back elbow and a clothesline. Kip up from Macho Aubrey and a clothesline of her own. Braun on the outside with Miku here. Knee to the gut, and now a Northern Lights suplex from Mizuki to Aubrey. Here's the cover from Mizuki. Leg is hooked. Kick out at 2. Oh, and another knee to the spine of Macho Aubrey. Drop kick to the side of the face. Miku drives Braun into the barricade. What's Mizuki got in store here? Oh no. Pump handle power bomb. Is that enough to put Macho Aubrey away? No, Macho Aubrey gets the right shoulder up.
Oh,
That
God.
that pump handle power bomb. Many victories were won as the crowd chants their appreciation for tag team wrestling here in the ADW arena. That pump handle power bomb, as I was saying, won Mizuki many a victory in the WrestleDongia 2 tournament. And now Braun turning his attention to Mizuki here. Back Saito suplex and a dragon suplex from Macho Aubrey. Braun going for some kicks. Mizuki had it scouted. Macho Aubrey hits a suplex on Miku there. Braun escapes the barricade, but a code breaker from Mizuki. Macho Aubrey and Miku still going at it. Dragon suplex dropping Miku on the back of her head. Now Macho Aubrey turning her attention to Mizuki. Oh my God! Just kicks Mizuki into the barricade. Did not give a damn where Mizuki ended up. Braun slamming Mizuki's head down onto the barricade and a suplex. No. Macho Aubrey now, another suplex to Mizuki on the outside. Miku stunned against the barricade, looking to recover. What's Macho Aubrey got in store here? Oh, lifting the knee to the side of Miku's head. Strike after strike here from Miku. And Braun has Mizuki in a submission maneuver. Almost a claw camel clutch-esque maneuver there, and Mizuki manages to escape. Now Macho Aubrey stunned on the outside. Mizuki looking to punish Braun a little bit here. Mizuki again sends Aubrey into the barricade. Miku, oh look out, Braun was perhaps a little too heavy there. Mizuki lifts a Macho Aubrey to her feet. And now Macho Aubrey sends Mizuki into the barricade yet again. Miku escapes a back suplex, but perhaps not a front suplex there. Fisherman suplex from Braun. Of course, pinfalls and submissions do not count on the outside. There is no count out here. As Braun sends Miku back into the ring, Vicious and Delicious turn their attention to Mizuki. Backstabber from Macho Aubrey. Braun has Miku all alone in the middle of the ring. Look out, look out! The cartwheel sets up for the Aqua Jet Lariat. Here's the cover on Miku. Miku has been eliminated. It is Mizuki left. Mizuki's the only one left on our team in order to try and win. Pile driver on the outside. Braun going for an elbow drop was completely out of position. Mizuki has to do the unthinkable here if she wants to bring home a tag team championship to M&M. Mizuki escapes the shoulder carry, but runs right into Macho Aubrey, who wrenches the arm, and a spinning arm wrench sends Mizuki to the floor. Vicious and Delicious might be taking their time here with Mizuki. They know they have the numbers game. They know they could have this match won. Miku has to return to the back. She's a little blocked by everything going on. Macho Aubrey lifts Mizuki up. Chop. Arm drag there from Mizuki. Look at this. Mizuki's fighting back against Vicious and Delicious. Pay dirt again from Mizuki. Overhand blow there. Brock breaks up whatever she had planned. Mizuki set into the ring. Macho Aubrey and Bront soon to follow here. And now look at this. Bront, we're going to swinging, baby! Swinging Mizuki around and around and around. Oh, now both of them setting up. Who's gonna hit their finisher? It's Bront!
He stole my kill!
Looking for the Aqua Jet Lariat again. He hits it. Floats over. Here's the cover. Referee's gotta get in position. It's over.
Woo! Brock stole my fucking kill!
Here are your winners and still tag team champions, Vicious and Delicious.
What a matchup. Five-time winners still holding on to the tag team championships are Vicious and Delicious. There's Aubrey down there. Hello. Oh me, oh my. What a matchup that was. Peak. Vicious and Delicious still are tag team champions here in ADW. Ay, ay, ay. What a match. Double kill. Damn. The double kill.
I can't believe he's watching it at dinner.
Good, to be honest. What was that?
Him
Oh, I got
showing you
tagged.
The picture of him eating at dinner.
Excellent. That's no way to treat your tag team partner.
The camera's so far away.
It is. Sorry, you can't sneak in this time.
Vicious and Delicious.
Vicious and Delicious. As we get set for our next matchup here tonight. It's taking its sweet time, but here we go. It's just us pre-gaming. All right, here we go. As we get set for the United States Championship to be defended, it's Bonzi Buddy versus the Dragon Champion Monty for the United States Championship.
contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Stretch out a bit here. Bonzi Buddy entering the ring here. Of course, the winner of the United States Invitational Battle Royal. Becoming the #1 contender of the United States Championship here tonight. We will see if he can conquer the innovation of the Dragon Champion. Have I mentioned I have crippling ADHD? The Dragon Champion Monty making his way down to the ring here tonight, defending the United States Championship. And this might be a pretty close encounter to a David versus Goliath sort of match. Monty, never the biggest competitor in ADW. Bonzi Buddy's strength almost overwhelming here. Could give Bonzi Buddy quite the advantage, but we will see as Monty gets set to defend the ADW United States Championship here tonight. Will we see a new champion here tonight? Or will the Dragon Champion continue his reign here in ADW?
Introducing the challenger from the internet, weighing in at 235 pounds, Buddy! And his opponent from the edge of reality, weighing in at 213 pounds, he is the United States Champion, the Dragon!
United States Championship up for grabs in what might be a rarity here tonight at Judgment Dong. A normal matchup. One fall to a finish. Countouts and disqualifications will be in effect. The only stipulation is that this match is for the United States Championship. The bell has rung and we are underway. Bonzi Buddy immediately going for a clothesline. Moni blocked and right away into a knee face buster there. Moni blocks a second right hand there, or a left hook, excuse me. Oh, and a stomp sends Bonzi Buddy to the mat. Bonzi Buddy, of course, does have the strength advantage here in this matchup, but Moni has the agility, the high-flying aptitude that allowed him to win that title in the first place. Slamming Bonzi Buddy's arm down into the mat. Now lifting Bonzi Buddy up to his feet, and look at this. Right away going into a crossface here. Looking to put this matchup away early. Bonzi Buddy rolls out of it. Monty going for a clothesline, missed. Bonzi Buddy with a stomp to the back of the arm. Going for a stomp to the head, Monty moved out of the way. Monty now forearm to the spine, and now looking for a springboard, hits it. Shoots the half, here's the cover. No, Bonzi Buddy gets the shoulder up at 2. Stomp to the arm. Monty looking to put this match away early. Of course, these wrestlers not getting paid by the hour. Doesn't matter how long you are in this matchup as long as you come out the victor. Bonzi Buddy crawls to the corner. Blocks another foot stomp. Oh, and sweeps out that leg. We aren't getting paid at all. That's true. Look at this deadlift. Looking for a power slam was Bonzi Buddy. Oh, but a kip up from Money. Kick to the gut of Bonzi Buddy. If I had to pay Bonzi Buddy in any sort of respect, I don't know that I would continue to run said company. Money lifts Bonzi Buddy to his feet. Knee to the gut there. I was wondering where my credit card went. And look at this display of strength from Bonzi Buddy here. Stalling suplex. Finally, after all the blood rushes to Money's head, Bonzi Buddy comes crashing down. Kick out at 2. Of course, this matchup for the illustrious United States Championship, known to some as a workhorse title. Those who are great in the ring are the ones that have won the United States Championship. Oh, look at that agility from Monty, but a kick to the top of the head. Bonzi Buddy sends Monty into the ropes looking for something, didn't manage to get it. Now looking for a sidewalk slam. Monty flips over. Oh, look at this. Bonzi Buddy was ready. Power slam. And now another cover. Both these competitors going for early pinfalls. Looking to secure the victory as I get a sippy. Monty kicks Bonzi Buddy off. Oh! Beautiful flatliner there from Monty. Imbibe, my child. Bonzi Buddy slow to get to his feet on the outside. Right forearm. But Monty was ready. Look at this. Ducks underneath. German suplex roll through. Pele kick on the back of the head. Bonzi Buddy now, though. Clothesline. Doesn't let go. Keeps the hold. Another clothesline. Still keeps the hold. Looking perhaps for a third. Finally lets the wrist clutch go. Monty manages to escape, and now look at this, kicking dirt on the Bonzi Buddy, as if to say, you're not worth my time here. Monty perhaps was looking for some sort of springboard, but Bonzi Buddy managed to get a strike in before it could happen, and again they crash into one another after Bonzi Buddy sends Monty into the ropes. Bonzi Buddy perhaps now looking for something. Look at that, a stomp to the chest. And now Bonzi Buddy playing to the crowd a little bit. Right hook to Monty, and another one. Going for a third. Monty was prepared. These two very adept at their striking game. Of course, Bonzi Buddy, you need to watch out for that brutal haluva kick. You can use that to finish off any matchup. Monty, of course, more so a splash. Need to keep an eye out for his high-flying aptitude. Speaking of, top rope for Monty here. Bonzi Buddy slow to get to his feet. Monty twisting corkscrew arm drag. Now here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders are down. Kick out at 2.5. Monty thought that was it. Stomp to the face there. And now Monty with a drop kick to the side of the head. Oh, look out, Bonzi Buddy. Forearms to Monty. And a stomp to the gut there from Bonzi Buddy. Bonzi Buddy taking control, looking to slow down the pace of this matchup. A slower pace, much more to his benefit, as he works primarily with power moves. Oh my goodness, speaking of the power, Monty with a Uranagi to Bonzi Buddy. Monty now beckoning Bonzi Buddy to his feet. Senton, but completely missed the mark. The count begins, of course, as I stated before, a rarity here on this card. This is a normal matchup here tonight for the United States Championship. No stipulation. Oh my God! You heard that ring out across the arena. That super kick. And there's the Black Arrow. Oh, and a rope break. A lucky break for Bonzi Buddy as Monty hits a code breaker. Perhaps exhausted after that flurry of offense. Now Monty perhaps looking again to hit that Black Arrow. There it is again. Monty's still not through though. Oh, perhaps he is. Here's the cover. Shoulders are down. Oh my God, Bonzi Buddy kicked out again. Bonzi Buddy rolls to the outside to escape any further punishment. Again, looking for that senton this time. Monty connects. Kick to the top of the head from Bonzi Buddy as these two fight on the outside. Of course, Bonzi Buddy cannot win the United States Championship with a count-out victory. It must be via pinfall or submission. Flatliner on the outside into that steel-plated ramp. And these competitors have to keep the count in mind. A count of 5 here for these competitors in this United States Championship match. Super kick from Monty. And now Monty, oh, what happened? Did my game crash? I think my game crashed. I believe my game just crashed. I think it's the first time it's happened in the middle of the match. That's a first. Well, as we get set here to deal with some technical difficulties.
Bonzi,
That's wild. I've never had it crash in the middle of a match.
he rigged it.
Bonzi did it. Tisk, tisk, tisk. He rigged the match. Yeah, I know you're not responding. All right, well, as we get set here, Bonzi crashed your shit because he was getting his ass kicked. Yeah, felt like it, huh? We'll get this match restarted post-haste. But as we wait, I suppose I can play our next advertisement a little bit early. This was going to play after the matchup, but we'll play it now to sate your appetite as we get set with our next matchup here. Of course, we are happy to sponsor with Dick's for every ADW event from here until forever. Here is a word from our sponsor.
What does Epochopolis have to offer outside of the ADW arena anyway? How has Styx turned this pristine wilderness into a hot tourist destination? Come and see our bountiful farms, historical industry, and iconic canyon crossing bridges at the cliffside settlement where Dix was founded. Do all your business at the legendary Epochopolis Stonks Exchange, where fortune is conceived. I swear to God, if I see a single fucking Dogecoin, I'm going to kill you. Take a guided tour through the original mining base where Dix was born, featuring original art installments, endangered species, and ancient farming cults. Come on down and ride the rails to Epoch Canyon today. Sponsored by Dong, a subsidiary of Dix.
Thank you, of course, to Dix for that advertisement. Well, the shit really is borked. This is absolutely insane. I've never had it borked so badly before. Yeah, I know there was a cloud error. Thank you. Hold on one moment while I get things situated here. Hope everyone's enjoying the show thus far.
Vicious and delicious.
Vicious and delicious.
Ooh.
Of course, still our tag team champions. System failure. Not exactly failing the system here tonight. of which I am thankful for.
Damn, it kicked you all the way out.
I had to restart the whole thing. Let's see if it works here. In a moment. Let it try to launch here. Holy moly. I've never had it crash so bad before.
I said, fuck this match. I'm done playing.
Apparently. They headed up the ramp and that was it. They didn't they
No, they shouldn't have.
they shouldn't have headed up the ramp. Wow, we are fully borked. It's just not launching.
Oh no.
No, I've made it a point not to make any judgment calls like that. Maybe it's because it's stuck uploading. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it seems there is a cloud error here. And I think that's why it's stopping me. So I have to wait for the cloud status to upload. That's probably why it's stopping me from launching. God bless. Well, fuck. Make a competent game 2K challenge impossible. Son of a bitch. Well, there we go. As we wait patiently, do a bit of a recap here tonight. Where is my server? Of course, we had our first matchup. System Failures, Black, defeating Nyx via pinfall in order to earn a spot in the Elimination Chamber match, of which Waluigi was triumphant in becoming the victor. People are making YouTube poops from the trailer. God fucking bless. God bless. Nature is healing. Exactly. Nature is healing. Okay, wait. I think we're back up. Perhaps? Oh! We have life. Alright. Of course, Salem got a measure of revenge against System Failures White via a submission maneuver on the outside in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Of course, we seem to have had a mix-up with Leviathan. Convinced that Leviathan made their debut, we now have information that that was not Leviathan. Regardless, Todd Howard, Mr. Dong or Die, did manage to become the victor. We still do not have a status update on Luigi. We do not know where Luigi went, where he is. Our Extreme Champion has gone missing. Hopefully we'll get one for you at the end of the show tonight. How is Todd so powerful? He really is powerful. But regardless of the missing Luigi, Flareth did defeat Violet in an Extreme Rules match. And Vicious and Delicious, our current longest reigning champions in ADW, defeated the Queens via pinfall. We are going to restart this matchup here tonight for the United States Championship. Both competitors are back in the ring. Here we go. Springboard missile drop kick from Monty right away to start. And lifting the knee. Championship. Monty with a kick to the spine. As we get set, I do have to add the audio back in. There we are. Monty, Bonzi Buddy on the outside. Looking for a cross body. Bonzi Buddy caught Monty. The sound team is okay. Belly to belly suplex. Every time I stream, I'm like, haha, I enjoy stream. And then I look at everything I have to keep track of, and I'm like, huh. You're a nuggy from Money to Bonzi Buddy on the outside. Kick right to the side of the head from Bonzi Buddy. Of course, these two decide to go outside of the ring yet again here in this United States matchup. As if I'm not scared enough of it already. Both competitors enter the ring at the count of 6. Monty sets Bonzi Buddy up against the ropes. What does he have in mind here? Oh, look at that. Look at the athleticism. Hurricanrana there. Head scissors from a handstand. And now right hands from Monty to Bonzi Buddy. Stomping down on the head of Bonzi Buddy here. Looking for a springboard clothesline. Bonzi Buddy moved out of the way. Double axe handle to the back of the head. Arm wrench sends Bonzi Buddy into the mat. And now Monty back to the top rope, beckoning Bonzi Buddy to his feet. Twisting arm drag there. Another corkscrew arm drag from the top rope. Stomping down on the face here of Bonzi Buddy. And now slamming the arm, targeting each limb of Bonzi Buddy to try and get an advantage here in this United States Championship matchup. Right hands raining down on the face of Bonzi Buddy. Bonzi Buddy going for a shoulder thrust. Monty went for a clothesline. Both missed the mark. Bonzi Buddy sends Monty into the turnbuckle. Clothesline! Oh my goodness. Oh, but Monty with a kip up. Bonzi Buddy was ready. Double axe handle the back of the head. Now Bonzi Buddy slamming Monty's knee down into the mat, looking to stifle that high-flying offense, but it doesn't matter. Monty sends Bonzi Buddy to the outside with a clothesline. And again, we have spilled to the outside here in this United States Championship matchup. Monty looking to wrench the foot of Bonzi Buddy here. Looking to bend the ankle. And now again focused on the legs. Leg drop to the knee of Bonzi Buddy. Bonzi Buddy sent into the ring. Monty now pacing around, trying to figure out exactly what it is he wants to do here. Count of 4. And of course, if Monty is counted out, he does not lose the championship. Referee tells him to get back into the ring. Oh, and a jumping forearm to Bonzi Buddy. Sends him flat to the mat. Kick out at 2. Monty thought that forearm connected enough to knock Bonzi Buddy cold. But not quite enough. Looking for a super kick. Bonzi Buddy rolled out of the way. Looking for a sidewalk. Oh, lifting in a sidewalk position before going for a power slam. Kick to the top of the head. Here comes a sippy. Springboard clothesline. Monty up to the top rope now. Bonzi Buddy flat. Diving elbow drop. Choosing to go for an elbow drop instead of the black arrow here. Not enough. Bonzi Buddy powers out at 2. Oh, and a kick right to the side of the head from Bonzi Buddy this time. Slamming the arm of Monty down into the mat. Now looking for another deadlift slam here. Oh, a power slam. Oh, but Monty back to his, at least to one knee quickly. Bonzi Buddy looking for that triple clothesline. Hello, soul. Welcome in. Thank you again for joining the community. If you happen to be looking at the stream, we do have a new Discord for the community linked underneath my Twitter and my bio, right underneath the stream. Kip up from Monty here. And a kick right to the gut. Bonzi Buddy going to the corner there. Now perhaps looking for a foot choke in the corner, but Bonzi Buddy was ready, sweeps the leg out from underneath in this United States Championship matchup here. Knee to the gut of Monty. Bonzi Buddy looking to wrest control of this matchup from Monty. Slamming the arm down. And now Bonzi Buddy playing to the crowd. Oh, and a kick right to the top of the head. Monty sends Bonzi Buddy into the corner. Going for a splash. Bonzi Buddy moves out of the way. Clothesline. No. Back elbow from Monty. And another jumping forearm, but Bonzi Buddy back to his feet. Monty looking perhaps for... Oh! No! A twisting cutter. Monty climbing up to the top rope. Could he be looking for the black arrow? He hits it. Hook of the leg. Shoulders are down. Here's the cover. No! Bonzi Buddy powers out at 2. What a sequence of events that was here in this championship matchup. Arm breaker there from Monty. Kick to the spine. Now Monty slamming Bonzi Buddy's arm down into the mat. And another a kick to the spine. Bonzi Buddy sweeps the legs out from underneath Monty. And now again looking for that triple clothesline. Make that 2. Here comes a third. Oh, Monty with an enziguri connecting to the side of Bonzi Buddy's head as he rolls out of the ring. Slowly back to his feet. Monty looking for a senton. He hits it. Didn't get all of it, but hit enough of it to knock Bonzi Buddy down to the floor. Monty slams the arm of Bonzi Buddy into the mat. Of course, there's only about an inch of padding on the outside before it is pure concrete. Oh my goodness. Monty continuing to target the head of Bonzi Buddy here. Snapmare into the knee strike. And a knee to the gut from Bonzi Buddy. The referees count at 5. Oh no, they're heading up here again. Please don't crash. Referees count at 6. Bonzi Buddy sends Monty crashing into the barricade. Bonzi Buddy realizes he needs to get back into the ring. Monty, perhaps realizing the same, dives in at 7. Bonzi Buddy choosing to play to the crowd here. Forearm strike to the side of the head. Uh-oh, Monty has something in mind here. Oh my goodness, what a knee strike! A Kinshasa knee strike from Monty. Here's the cover, hook of the leg. It's over. Monty retains the United States Championship.
Here is your winner, and still United States Champion, the Dragon.
Monty with a successful defense of the United States Championship, landing a Kinshasa knee strike in order to secure the victory here tonight. I did. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so ready, etc., etc. Got to put this in the results channel here. And then we'll get set for our motherfucking main event. Oh, well, Island Sanctuary wasn't enough. Vacation 2. Correct. All right, here. Since my thing didn't save, I do have to double check some things. Okay, it looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. All right. I'm going to a place where nobody knows me. Honestly valid. Beach episode. It really is, though. And it's truly a blessing. We need it. We need it. The Warrior of Light needs a beach episode. All things considered. Swimsuits and bazongas. That's it. That's the one. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening is about to be underway. The World Heavyweight Championship is up for grabs in our second Elimination Chamber match of the night. All of these competitors vying for a shot at the ADW World Heavyweight Championship. It is inside 20 miles of steel, the Elimination Chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We did have Hell in a Cell. We had 2 Hell in a Cell matches. We need more. Until we replicate Undertaker.
Contest is an elimination chamber match.
Oh, there you go.
The World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell. Weighing in at 228 pounds, Dude L.
The show or the incident? I guess both could be covered, huh? Doodle Bob making his entrance here. One of the competitors that will be inside the elimination pods here. I mean, I guess you sort of need some background for the incident, for the show, from the show for the incident, or something like that. Well, you know how it goes. Doodle Bob playing a little bit to the crowd here as he gets set for his first ever Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is bound to be quite an adventure. Every single one of these competitors wants that World Heavyweight Championship, and Zora is looking to defend it with everything she has. Doodle Bob enters the pod. We get set for our next competitor here. The leader of the New World Order himself.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Order from Illinois, weighing in at 269 pounds, the Omega.
Tater, of course, making his entrance here, his second Elimination Chamber match in his career, and the only one in this matchup with a victory. Of course, defeating Goro Akechi and eliminating him at the very end of the Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship. Tater's one and only reign with the championship. Now looking to make it 2, eyeing the World Heavyweight Championship. Pringle eating suit. And here comes the champion.
And introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 219 pounds. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Living Legend.
Zor looking to defend the championship here tonight inside the Elimination Chamber. This is the second Elimination Chamber match in her career here, being involved in that United States Championship match first. Did not come away with a victory here. With the victory in the first match, now looking for a victory and to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in the second showing. The belt is handed off to the referee, and that is what it's all about as Zor moves to a pod of her own. Of course, the advantage comes to the 4 competitors who start inside the Elimination Chamber pods. As we get our final entrant into the pod. Now we know the 2 who will be starting this matchup.
And introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 275 pounds, Smooth Operator.
Pepino making his entrance here to the Elimination Chamber match. an up-and-comer here in ADW, competed in an Extreme Championship match, knows full well what the Elimination Chamber will entail here. You will need heart, you will need guts, you will need passion in order to come away from this matchup as the victor. Just tell us where to send the Pringle to. Pepino enters the Elimination Chamber pod.
And introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Ladies' Man.
Kaname Date making his entrance here, of course, at one of the two with a disadvantage here in this Elimination Chamber match, starting off the match inside the ring. Huh? He is down an eye. That's another disadvantage. The deep fake is not getting my Pringle. Damn. Could you imagine if we just found Jeff Keighley's address and just sent him a Pringle? Just completely no context. Just, yeah, we'll go to the Game Awards and we'll hand it to him on stage. Date making his entrance here. As in a letter containing a single Pringle, exactly. Date eyeing each of the competitors. And here we go.
And introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 222 pounds, Jeff Keighley.
Exactly. Perfectly pristine. Jeff Keighley making his entrance into the Elimination Chamber match here. All the entrants have been finalized. All of these competitors hungry for gold, looking for the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the rules of the match are the same as the first matchup. Two competitors will start as Date immediately hits a big boot to Keighley. Yes, Jeff Keighley is Canadian. German suplex from Keighley, and Keighley immediately looking to eliminate Date early. With a bridging German suplex, Date moves out of the way of that dropkick. A set amount of time will pass before another entrant enters the ring. Eliminations can occur before all entrants have entered the ring. Date now focusing on the limbs here of Jeff Keighley, stomping down on the hands. The last one standing at the end of the matchup will be declared the World Heavyweight Champion. As we get set to find out who our first entrant out of the pods will be. Date and Keighley still going at it, looking for a DDT. Keighley with the hooks, and here comes Doodle Bob. Keighley showing some athleticism there. Doodle Bob enters the ring looking for an electric chair position. Keighley escapes Poison Rana. Back suplex from Date to Keighley. And as the entrants enter into the matchup, of course, the match quickly begins to spiral out of control. Zor does be thinking about stuff. That sure was a sentence. Twisting neckbreaker from Date and a clothesline from Keighley. Springboard dropkick did not land from Doodle Bob. Doodlebob goes for a springboard forearm, instead manages to land it on Date. Keely with a Hurricanrana to Doodlebob. And then the next entrant will be Zor, the current champion, enters the ring. If Zora was to get eliminated, we would see a brand new ADW World Heavyweight Champion. German suplex from Doodlebob. Grabs the arm, ripcord clothesline. Date now sends Zor crashing to the steel plating on the outside. Doodlebob with a punch to the gut. And another ripcord clothesline to Keely as Date takes control of the matchup between Zor and him. Keely kicks out at 1. Back elbows from Zor to Date there. Who between Tater and Pepino will be entering this matchup next? Date sends Zor crashing into the ring, and here comes the leader of the new Pearl Order. Tater enters the matchup. Please don't fuck backstage. Immediately goes for Jeff Keely. Lifts Keely onto his shoulders and drops him down over the top rope. Date sends Zor crashing again to the outside. That is true. That was a whole thing. Keely sends Tater into the corner. What's he got in mind here? Look at the athleticism. A tornado DDT to Tater. All competitors are in the ring now except for Pepino. He's only got 7 more seconds and counting to wait. And here we go. Every entrant in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match is in the ring. Date immediately with a reverse fireman's carry Death Valley driver, going for a cover on Doodlebob, who gets the shoulder up. Tater and Keely going at it, Zora and Pepino going at it, Date and Doodlebob again also in the corner. Look at that double arm hat suplex from Zor to Tater there. Zor sends Tater into the corner, hip attack. Now Zor and Pepino again meet up in the middle of the ring. Pepino, fall away slam. ADW competitors need to unionize. Pepino sends Zor to the outside as Date and Doodlebob continue to fight. Date shoots the half on Doodlebob, goes for a cover. Kick out at 2. Tater and Jeff Keely still going at it in the ring. And Zor sends Pepino to the outside. Now Zor turns her attention to Tater. Hammerlock, lifts the leg, spine buster. Wah. Zora sends Tater to the outside again. Snapmare to Doodlebob. Spinning roundhouse kick. Oh, Pepino with an uppercut to Jeff Keely. Doodlebob now covers the champion. Kick out at 1. Date, Pepino, and Keely on the right side of your screen there. Looking for a backbreaker. I think Tater broke it up. Hip toss to Pepino from Tater. Zor back to her feet in the middle of the ring. Tater's covering Date. Kick out at 2. Doodlebob sends Zor to the outside. Keely enters the ring, and now it's Keely and Doodlebob at it in the middle of the ring. Spinning around, a little bit of misdirection in that arm drag, followed by a drop kick to the front, to the chest of Doodlebob. Look at this. Oh, and Keely looking for the Keely clutch in the middle of the ring as Tater absolutely rocks Pepino. European uppercut from Tater to Pepino there. Tater sends Pepino to the outside. Doodle Bob now raining down fists on Jeff Keighley. Date and Tater crash into one another at the behest of Zor. German suplex from Zora. Zora and Date now going at it in the midst of the ring. Tater simply watching, waiting perhaps. And now look at this. A Zora and Tater double team looking for a double suplex. Oh, look out. Tater now. Forearm strike to the spine of Zora. Sends her to the outside. Fireman's carry on Date. Date looks to escape. He does. European uppercut from Date. Twisting around. Hammerlock DDT from Date. Going for the cover. Is it enough to eliminate the leader? No. Kick out at 2. Jeff Keighley and Doodle Bob fighting on the right side of your screen there. Oh, look out. Date rolling on Prettier. Date shoots the half. Looks to cover Tater, the leader of the New Pearl Order. Kick out at 2. Tater gets the shoulder up after the rolling on Prettier. And a kip up right after. Clubbing blow to the spine from Date as Zor and Keighley fight. Zor sends Keighley to the outside and now focuses her attention on Doodle Bob. Abdominal octopus stretch. Looking to make Doodle Bob tap out. Tater with a kick to Date's gut. Looking perhaps for a power bomb. Date with the right hands looking to escape, and he does. Doodle Bob escapes the submission hold as well. Date now, oh my goodness, reverse flatliner, almost an STO. Dropping Pepino on the back of his head. And another one. Date sends Pepino the outside. Tater and Doodle Bob. Doodle Bob sends Tater into the corner, now focusing on Date. Kick to the back. Zor looks to take advantage of Doodle Bob's distraction. Does not work out. Doodle Bob sends Zor into the corner. Now slowly, methodically working his way over there. Kick to the gut sends Zor to the floor. Russian leg sweep from Doodle Bob, raining down right hands on Tater. Oh my goodness. A right hand from Pepino stopped whatever Doodle Bob had in mind there. Oh, and a kick right to the side of Doodle Bob's head from Zora. Back suplex from Date to the current champion. Keighley slow to get to his feet here after that kick from Doodle Bob. DDT from Date. Oh, but Zor right back up. Date not about to let it happen. STO to Zor. Oh, and what a slam from Pepino. Here's the cover on Kaname Date. Somehow it broke up. It looks like one of the two competitors, one of the other three competitors rather, interrupted it. Pepino perhaps looking for a power bomb. Shoulder power bomb there. Keighley was waiting for his moment. Right hand right to Pepino's face. Now a gut wrench slam there from Pepino, avoiding whatever Keighley had in mind. Tater drops Doodle Bob on his face and now looks to cover as Pepino hits Keighley with a fall-away slam. Doodle Bob kicks out at 2. Zor sends Date spiraling out of the ring. Tater and Doodle Bob still at it. Little misdirection jab there. Oh, and Zor with an X Factor, slamming the back of the head of Doodle Bob into the mat. Oh, and a kick to the spine as well. Tater focusing on the legs of Jeff Keighley at the top of your screen there. Date entering the ring. And now Pepino and Tater going at it as Date manages to blindside Zor there. Focusing on the arm, an arm breaker there into a Fujiwara armbar. Wrenching back, looking to pop that shoulder out of its socket. Tater, meanwhile, with Pepino in an airplane spin on his shoulders. Keighley re-enters the ring. Eyes on Date as these two meet up in the middle of the ring. Snap suplex from Date. Floats over into the cover. Could we see our first elimination? No, not quite. Date now turns his attention to Doodle Bob. Sidewalk slam into a backbreaker. Lifts Doodle Bob up to his feet. Every time one of my joints pops, I get more powerful. Doodle Bob sends Date into the ropes. They crash into one another. Tater and Peppino have re-entered the ring. Tater and Date now going at it. Date with an, oh my goodness. What a slam, sweeping out the legs from underneath. Here's the cover. Tater kicks out. Date now pacing, looking to take advantage, but Tater sends Date into the corner. Zor managed to hit a code breaker there on Jeff Keighley. Oh my God, what a spear! Doodle Bob is broken in half! Peppino and Doodle Bob still at it there. Peppino perhaps looking for an Alabama slam, and he hits it. Oh, look at this, a small package from Doodle Bob. Referee's in position. Kick out at 2. Doodle Bob turns his attention to Jeff Keighley here. Kick right to the face. And we can see now that Jeff Keighley is bleeding. As is Peppino, it seems. Ripcord lariat from Doodle Bob. Doodle Bob up to the top rope now. What's he got in mind here? Diving elbow drop, but he manages to land on Zor instead. Stunner there from Tater. Now lifting Jeff Keighley to his feet and simply leaving him there, focusing on Zor instead. Task failed successfully. Peppino now with a cover on Doodle Bob. Is this our first elimination? No, kick out. And a DDT from Date to Tater. Zor now chooses to focus on Jeff Keighley, sending him out of the ring. Oh my goodness, was that a rolling on Prettier on Tater? No, Tater manages to get the shoulder up. I thought that may have been our first elimination, but it was not yet. Keighley re-enters the ring right behind Zor. I don't know if she noticed. Sends Zor into the corner. Going for a kick. Zor was ready with a back elbow. Twisting back in a sit-out neck breaker. Tater sends Doodle Bob to the outside. Zor sends Keighley into the corner. The stamina definitely being depleted throughout this matchup. Tater and Peppino fighting on the outside as Peppino sends Tater back into the ring. Zor now focusing on Peppino, knee to the gut. No competitors have been eliminated thus far. That shows the passion, that shows the heart of how much these competitors want that World Heavyweight Championship. Peppino and Doodle Bob, the only two left in the ring. Peppino looking perhaps for that package pile driver. Doodle Bob had it scouted, Alabama slam. Here's the cover. Doodle Bob covers Peppino, hook of the leg. Kick out at 2. And now Date covers Jeff Keighley. Another kick out. Peppino sends Doodle Bob into the corner. Look at this running bulldog slamming Doodle Bob's head into the mat as Date lands a backbreaker on Jeff Keighley. Zor sends Peppino crashing to the outside. Keighley goes crashing to the outside. And a spinning back fist from Zor to Tater. Kick of the gut, roundhouse kick. Zor looking for that hip attack on Date. She hits it. Look out. Oh, and a leg lariat from Doodle Bob. Back suplex there from Peppino. Zor is sent into the ropes. Doodle Bob, and they crash into one another. Tater sends Doodle Bob to the outside. Back suplex from Zor to Jeff Keighley as Peppino hits a shoulder power bomb on Kaname Date. Keighley now with right hands to Zor. And now look at this. What's Tater got in mind here? Deadlift German suplex. Oh no. Keighley's got Zor set up perhaps for the broski boot, and he hits it. Keeley looking to eliminate the ADW World Champion right now. The Keeley clutch locked in on our current champion. Keeley clutch is locked in and Zor escapes with a back elbow. Zor and Date now fighting in the midst of the ring. Looking for a back suplex. Tater now with a submission move, a crossface on Doodlebob, wrenching back. Doodlebob taps out, and we have our first elimination. Keeley going for the cover on Zor. Kick out just barely. Another crossface locked in on Pepino here. Pepino manages to break off of it though. Tater sends Pepino into the ring. Clothesline from Keeley to Zor. And look at this again. Again, Keeley looking for the Keeley clutch on Zor. He's got it locked in tight, gripping the horns of Zor, but is it enough? No, not quite. Another back elbow as Zor escapes. Suplex there from Tater. Pepino had it ready. Snap suplex from Keeley to Zor. Jeff Keeley sends Zor to the outside. Now choosing to focus on Date. Look at this, a spine buster from Date to Jeff Keeley. Of course, the rivalry between Jeff Keeley and Zor, well documented, dominated a lot of the first season of ADW. Back elbow from Tater to Pepino. Rivalry. Tater now going for the cover on Pepino. Is it enough to eliminate him? No, not yet. Zor now choosing to turn her attention to Tater. Axe kick to the back of the head and a snap kick to the spine. Tater back to his feet quick though. And now a DDT suplex, a half hatch there from Zor to Pepino. Tater is sent crashing to the outside. German suplex from Zor, and now Zor and Keeley again. And again, a third time. Keeley gets the Keeley clutch locked in on our world champion. And again, our current world champion escapes once more. Oh, and a sliding knee to the gut of Pepino. Zor now reverse DDT, spiking the back of Date's head into the mat. German suplex to Kaname Date. Oh, and a back elbow just clipped Zor from Jeff Keeley. Jeff Keeley now escapes Pepino's shoulder carry there. Tater with a headlock on Keeley and a headlock punch. Date sent crashing to the outside. Zor follows. German suplex from Tater to Jeff Keeley. Oh, and now Pepino with a running neck breaker to Tater. Tater the first to his feet inside the ring. Eyeing Jeff Keeley. Looking for a right hand, managed to block, did Jeff Keeley. Pepino now covering Zor. Zor powers out. Drop kick from Keeley to Tater. Right hand from Tater just manages to land, and now Date's got a Fujiwara armbar locked in tight on Zor. Oh my God, another spear from Pepino. Pepino now choosing to focus on Date on the outside. Keeley back to his feet. Tater is stunned in the corner. Keeley now setting Tater up in the Tree of Woe position. And a backstabber from the top rope. Keeley now with a flurry of offense and a DDT on Tater. Here's the cover, hook of the leg. And a kick out at 2. You'd be surprised, there's actually a move called the cannonball. So that's probably why it's not called that. And a twisting back suplex powerbomb as Pepino goes for the cover. Referee had to get in position and Zor kicks out, using the extra time wisely. Northern Lights suplex from Tater to Jeff Keeley. Kick to the gut of Date. Suplex brainbuster floats over into the cover. Is it enough to put Date away? No, kick out at 2. Thus far, we have only had 1 elimination in this World Heavyweight Championship match, but Pepino might be looking for the second. Kick out at 2. Shoulder tackle there from Tater to Kaname Date. Zora rolls up Pepino. Oh my God, sneaks out a pin. Zora snuck out a pin with a small package roll up, and Pepino has been eliminated. Going for a back elbow, Date, or rather Zor manages to get the knees up. Back elbow from Date there. Now it's Zor and Tater alone in the ring here. Tater now with an airplane spin on Zor, our current champion. 4 competitors remain. Keeley choosing to focus on Kaname Date on the outside here. Fisherman suplex from Keeley. Tater going for the cover now. There's 2 simultaneous covers. Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, we are guaranteed a new World Heavyweight Champion. Zor eliminated by Tater after the airplane spin. Ladies and gentlemen, your World Heavyweight Champion will be Tater, it will be Date, or it will be Jeff Keeley. Date drops the knee, but Keeley comes running back with a running neck breaker, now looking perhaps to eliminate Kaname Date from the equation. Here it comes, locking in the Keeley clutch. Tater slowly back to his feet here. Pacing around as Keeley keeps that submission locked in. Back elbow. Kick to the gut from Date to Tater. Hammerlock DDT. Floats into the cover on Tater. Here's the cover. No, Tater gets the shoulder up. Jeff Keeley lifts Date up. Sends him into the corner. Back elbow strike. And now Date rushing through with these strikes. Keeley comes back with one of his own. And now Tater turns to Date. Oh my goodness, the Tater check! Here's the cover on Date. No, Date still powers out. Tater almost doesn't believe it. 3 competitors remain in this fight. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Date hits the rolling unprettier. Shoots the half. Here's the cover. No, Keeley still manages to kick out. And now Tater perhaps looking for an airplane spin on Date here. The same maneuver that eliminated Zor, our current champion. As Keeley simply waits for the spin to end. And now Tater going for the cover on Date. No, Date gets the shoulder up. Keeley lifts Tater to his feet. Kick to the gut from Tater. Turns his attention back to Date. Ducks underneath. High angle suplex there. Kick to the gut from Keeley. Tater avoids the DDT with a clothesline. Oh my goodness, an uppercut from Date to Tater. Tater blocks the left hand. Kick to the gut from Date. Back and forth these competitors go. Springboard dropkick breaks up that hold. Keeley sent to the outside as Date and Tater continue their fight. Clubbing blow to the spine of Tater from Date. Now looking for an arm breaker there. Now into a Fujiwara armbar again is Kaname Date. Date now feeling the crowd as Keeley enters the ring yet again. Date lifts Tater to his feet. Kick to the gut. Tater escapes. German suplex to Jeff Keeley. Kaname Date now, though, neck breaker to Tater. And now going for the cover after the neck breaker. Is it enough? No, Tater powers out. No one wants to deal with Jeff Keeley. Jeff Keeley with a Northern Lights suplex. And now Keeley sizing up Tater, going for a drop kick. Tater rolled out of the way. Going for a drop kick of his own. This time Keeley moved out of the way. And looking for another high angle suplex from Tater. Date, though, was ready there. Oh my goodness, slamming Tater down into the mat. And now a kick to the spine. Date choosing to turn his attention to Keeley, but Keeley with a right hook. And look out! Look out! Again, the Keeley clutch locked in on Kaname Date. Surely it can't be true. Date manages to escape. Date once again turning his attention back to Tater. Back elbow from Tater. Now Date choosing to focus on Keeley, and look at this. We're looking at a double team here. Double Russian leg sweep to Jeff Keeley. Oh, and a stunner from Tater to Date. And look out, Tater hits the Tater check. Goes into the cover. Date has been eliminated. It is down to Tater and Jeff Keeley. Back drop kick to the spine of Tater. Tater with a right hand. We are down. One of these competitors will be our new world heavyweight champion. Keeley sends Tater to the outside. These competitors now fighting on the outside. Keeley sends Tater back inside, of course, as soon as I say that. Tater slow back to his feet. Keeley helps him, looking for a suplex, and he hits it. Keeley now playing to the crowd. Tater slowly back to one knee and now back to his feet. Carrying Jeff Keeley. The strength on display. Body slam to the outside. And now Tater with the cover. Is this going to be enough? It is! We have a new world heavyweight champion!
Here is your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, the Omega.
The leader of the new Pearl Order brings gold, becoming the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Tater wanted that Pringle, ladies and gentlemen. We are complete with Judgment Dong. It is over. Let me go ahead and post the results here. Tater defeats Zora, Pepino, Jeff Keeley, Kaname Date, and Doodle Bob. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Unfortunately, I was hoping for better news when it came to Luigi, but we have still not had any contact with our current ADW Extreme Champion. Due to this, ADW has been forced to vacate the ADW Extreme Championship. There is no Extreme Champion at this time. We will be determining a brand new ADW Extreme Champion at our following event. Dong before Dishonor.
I don't think so. We've had enough. There's only one way to settle this. We will save ADW. From you. September 9th, 2023. Get ready for war.